So you're gonna just give me the cue and I'll bring it in.
You can bring it in now. I already pressed record.
Thanks for telling me, asshole.
I just did.
Asshole. Anyway, moving on. Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in and ignore the banter. This is we're not alone today. Today is usually it's been me, Z1, Z2, and occasionally Z3 will hop on and attend with us. But we have guests with us today. By the way,
Bum,
thank you
bum,
for
bum,
joining the Zeonizer.
bum.
Thank you for the Zeonizer podcast. We are on Discord, like as always, doing a tier list of the best or worst Evil Zords. But before that, we have the introductions. My name is Z1, otherwise as Mr. Fun Guy to some. And I'm with my esteemed co-host and my less attractive kind of man.
Less attractive. My mama told me I was beautiful. Okay, this is your boy PhenomenalMiklo, aka Mr. Z2. All right, we are back in action. Right, like Z1 said, we are rocking and rolling. We got the Multiverse Rangers up in here today, doing a great episode. Something we wanted to do for a while, and now we actually have people to participate. So this is going to be, without a doubt, a banger of an episode today, folks.
The hell was that?
No idea.
Like eat sheep on this motherfucker.
No idea.
No idea.
Okay,
But
so
we are this.
Go ahead, C2. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So, we are ranking every evil Zord that we could think of. Yes, we are missing some. Yes, there are some seasons where there are just too many Zords going through the pipeline. Okay, but we do have a pretty decent amount for you. We do have 45 of the kind of worst and best of those that we could remember. And obviously we forgot some. We're not including the Sentais, okay, because the Sentais, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's going to be, well, at least over 100, but that's going to be a part 2 for sure. We're including any Zords that were once good or once evil that turned good. And if you don't know what Zords we're talking about, I suggest you go rewatch those specific seasons when these Zords come up, because these are bangers of Zords. Okay. We're not including anything from SPD, from the Broodwing bots, as I call them, because that was basically one every week, and SPD went on for 50. No, it was Disney era, so 30, I think.
30, yeah.
About 30 bots, and that's just too many.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and we're gonna get this tier list on the way. Before we do, we're gonna let the multiverse introduce themselves, tell you what roles they play and where can you find them. So multiverse, hit us off.
Okay. You know me, it's Rachel. I play Reyes, Lisa, Tammy, Trish, and Maria, and Jazz at the moment. Also, you can find us on Spotify, on TikToks, and we have got a YouTube channel. So look out for that.
You got Chris. I'm Chris, the Cold ZT Ranger. I also play the voices of the the Yellow Slayer. I also voiced Ivan Ooze. I've also voiced Rito Revolto. And I've done a few other roles, but you'll notice them when you hear them. You can catch me on TikTok. I am Gold ZT Ranger KJS SG8C FAM on TikTok, and on Instagram I am Lord Igor01. And I'm also a part of this multiverse broadcast, so you can check out our YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe us, man. You're gonna have some fun. Get lost in the multiverse.
Hell yeah.
Go
ahead.
Go
ahead, brother.
I'm Raphael Fireblade. I am the Guardian of Fire Red Ranger. And a few other Rangers. I've also voiced Lord Zed, Tanaku, Goldar Maximus. I did voice Goldar a few times as well. I also voiced Squazzle. If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram under the name The Fate of Darkness. Also, definitely check out our YouTube channel. Trust me, Guanto, when you get lost in that multiverse, you're going to have one fun trip.
Well said, brother. Well said. Um, hey everyone, I'm Elijah. I play Jaheel, Randy, villains of Tropical Storm, the Dark Rangers, just to name a few. If you would like to follow on social media, my TikTok is Jaheel Fireblade, Jaheil Fireblade, all one word. Instagram is Jaheel1994. So we also do have a YouTube, so go like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh yeah, before I forget though, my TikTok is the Rachel Show Unleashed, and on there you can follow us from there. So I am on
So,
Instagram. Well,
so basically, if our listeners, and Multiverse knows I'm joking when I say this, but if you guys who listen to us suffer from multi-personality disorder, these are your guys. Okay, but they're cool.
yeah.
There's
We
one
love
more
them.
multiverser that wants to introduce herself.
Oh boy.
Okay.
There's one more multiverser who's with me that wants to introduce herself. Hang on a second. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Hi, you guys don't
Okay.
know me. My name is Becky. I'm Chris's wife. So if you hear me, that's me.
She, in fact, does play my wife in the series as well.
And Vita and
Read
Alpha.
Repulsa and one of the voices of Alpha 10.
I'm gonna be working on #1 with Camille, right?
Mhm.
And what's the other one?
She'll be doing Camille, Dark Camille. I think it's a clone. I think we've said.
Yeah, the clone.
Camille, and well, there's a few others.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. But
Nice to meet you, though.
Family that participates together stays
sorry
together.
about that.
Very true.
Very true.
Precise.
Right.
So,
Oh, and
We have a lot
Just-
of fun.
just to let you guys know if you're still listening out there, we will be back recording sometime. We can't tell you when.
Don't
We
spill
will
the
be
beans.
back.
don't
So look out
don't.
for
I will say I'm on their Skype messaging. And trust me, whenever I say this, I don't know jack shit. I don't know. Trust me. I mean, I have my daughter's badgering me about what episode's next, what season's coming up. I don't know. I'm not multiverse. I'm a Zeonizer. So even though they're not going to tell us either, even if they did, I would keep it a secret.
it.
That's just who I am. But let's
Yeah,
get
no
this underway.
spoilers.
True.
Let's get this
Let's-
underway. This is a tier maker. So anyone
Let's
who's
get ready
watching,
for a more phenomenal tier list.
we're going to tier
Yep.
list these Zords based on how deadly they were, how awesome they looked,
Mm-hmm.
how efficient they were against the Rangers. If they destroyed a Zord, they would be immediately God tier, or if they got their butts handed to them, well, their warranty basically got expired. So with that said,
Yep.
let's get this tier list underway. So Z2, I'm going to hand it off to you, buddy.
All right, you guys. So, this tier list is every Evil Zord on how deadly they were based on the longevity of it, whether it was just for one episode and they got mopped by the Power Rangers, if they mopped the Power Rangers, if they were so indestructible that the Power Rangers had to go out and get new Megazords to defeat these guys, ranking it just basically on how deadly they are. And with that being said, you guys, how these ranks go forth, as you can see on your screens, right? So you have God tier, deadly, mid, expired warranty, which is kind of an inside personal joke, and then junkyard. Okay, junkyard is basically Rita's dumpsters, but for Zords, had to keep it kind of themed related. Junkyard is basically going to the scrap heap. They just got mopped, right, by the Power Rangers. And then expired warranty, it's kind of like a step below mid, but it's still kind of mid card. Okay. God tier, self-explanatory. Deadly, self-explanatory. Mid, kind of self-explanatory. The honorable mentions. Now, this tier is solely based if we cannot come to an agreement. There are 6 of us in this episode that we're going to be talking about all of these different Zords. So if we cannot come to an agreement, or if neither one of us can remember how deadly this person or this Zord was, that's where it's going. Honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, there's probably hundreds of different Zords, both in the Sentai's as well as in the Power Ranger adaptations. But we have 45 to start with, and we're gonna be doing a definite part 2 when that time comes. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna jump straight into it. And
Let's
our
go.
first pick of the day is the Armada Megazord, Super Mega Force.
Okay, let's see. You know what? Since we have guests, it's only the Zeonizer away. We let our guests go first.
True.
Hmm.
All right.
Who do
Go
we
So-
on, leader.
So you guys, I mean, even if you don't agree, it's fine. You still got the Zeonizer's opinion.
Yep.
So
I
please,
agree. For me, I would say the Dragon Zord.
no, no. The first Zord that's on the list. That's how we go. We go from the top
Oh.
left
From left to
all
right.
the way, yeah, left to right.
Okay.
So I kind of Yeah.
I'll take that one in the first left, top left.
Yeah, so Armada Megazord.
Yep.
From Super Mega Force.
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
So what do you guys think? What is your opinion on the Armada Megazord from Super Mega Force? How would you rank it?
The Armada Megazord from Super Mega Force.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you gotten that far yet?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, this was an Evil Zord. Are you saying
Yeah.
Yes, it was turned evil. Yes.
this was an Evil Zord?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
You were just
going from the season that should never be told.
Hey, we agree on something, man.
Facts. Even if you can't,
Actually,
even if you can't
I really
come up with a description,
think this was.
bad. I knew we were going to have trouble
I
with
don't
this
know.
one.
I feel this one got scrapped.
I think
I think this one got scrapped.
Yeah, scrap.
Oh, wait! Are we only saying scrap Super Mega Force sucks, or is there any kind of reason
No.
why?
Not at all. I think I know what they're trying to say with this one.
right there.
But I agree with them. The Armada
You hear me?
Megazord does belong in the junkyard, at least in my opinion, and
Okay.
that's only for the main fact that a Zord itself has been shown to give the Rangers a more powerful battle than anything, and this one just didn't seem to do that. This one was pretty much
Mustard.
taken apart by the Rangers in one of the easiest battles for that season.
That's a good point.
One hitter quitter, I call it.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Fair
One
enough.
hitter quitter.
Fair enough.
One quitter is a good way to put it. Definitely.
All right.
Bro, I can't disagree with that, bro. After hitting the one hitter quitter, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm done.
One hitter quitter.
Now,
Oh,
for
I
those of
agree.
you who watch it, and you love Super Mega Force, again,
Yeah,
we always do when we do these tier lists. When we do these tier lists, These is our based opinions. Now, if you like Super Mega Force, that's awesome. It's great.
No, it's not. Go
I
get a life.
encourage you. Shut up. I encourage you to keep liking Power Rangers. It's awesome, but in turn, please watch an actual Power Ranger
Like
season
them as a
that's
whole.
not. I'm done.
He's quit.
Okay, moving on. I agree. I agree with the multiverse junkyard.
Okay.
Ooh. Ouch.
Auga. Sorry, I
Okay.
had to do that.
No, you're good.
Damn it.
I don't remember what this next one is.
Oh.
You put the tier list together and you forgot? That's a shock.
Well,
Oh,
look, guy.
my
All
God.
right, it's because some of the heads are cut off.
Bro.
I know it's a Megazord, and it's from. I think it's from Dino Charge. No, it's from the.
That looks like a that looks like either Mystic or Samurai. I'm not quite sure. I can barely see it.
Pretty
And
sure.
we'll skip this
I'm
one.
pretty
We'll
sure our
go
listeners
next.
are screaming at the screen.
Probably. We'll skip it until I can load up the picture.
You motherfucker. Oh.
Shut up.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
Biozords from
Yeah,
Dino
we'll
Thunder.
skip that and come back to it.
Yeah.
The Biozord.
So Dino Thunder.
Yeah, Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder.
Yep.
Biozords.
Yeah.
Two.
Well, they
They,
they
Dinosaurs
yeah.
before they
Yeah.
became good. They were
Yeah.
very destructive. Yes,
hmm
they were unleashed, uncontrollable,
They were.
unless they were harnessed by the power of the Dino Gems.
Yep.
And their host that has it.
Here's the thing, though. Even though they weren't really piloted quite yet as Biozords, they did have a lot of like you said, Chris. They had a lot of destructive power. So even before they went to the side of good to become the Zords, if you put these anything below God tier, I'm gonna kick you in the ball sack. I'm serious. I would say God tier because here's the thing: they're evil, yes,
Okay.
but they go on to become probably the most recognizable and respected Zords in the series.
I
Yes.
I agree with you. However, I would have to. I personally, in my opinion, would have to put it in deadly or put them in deadly, and that's simply because the fact that without a pilot, yes, they can do a lot of damage, but they're not controlled, which means they're not really on a specific mission. If that makes sense.
True.
I agree. I agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one.
So
Piloted, it's
But you
like
got
it's
some
like
rogue,
you trying to.
you got some rogue Zords going on here.
yeah.
But here's the thing: if you go without so let's say you are a pilot and you are flying something. Does not matter if you're flying it in the right, if you're guiding it. Without that guidance, that's basically a rampage. So imagine if it's not piloted, that is twice as much destruction.
That's true, but then again, if it is a rampage in an area with really not much to destroy, which is where usually those Zords are kept and hidden, there's
Mhm.
really not much destruction to be had.
Makes a valid point.
I'm not going to. Shut up. I'm not going to. I'm not going to acknowledge I met in a match because anyone never acknowledges that unless it's my wife. That's a different story.
True.
Uh,
Um. So
but
I would put
here's
it
the
in
thing.
deadly, and here's my reason. Okay. If you
Oh,
think back to the first two episodes, because it was a two episode thing, yes, they created a hell of a
That is
lot of
correct.
destruction. They damn near tore the town apart. Okay. However, look at how fast it took them to control the dinosaurs. Okay. The
very
blue and
true.
yellow rangers were
Very
able to
true.
get control of their megazords in less than 10 seconds. The only one who had issues that continued to be destructive was Connor, which that one he basically took more than 10 minutes to control his Megazord because of the fact of being that the T-Rex Zord had a basically it had to figure out if Connor was legit because as we all know, if you're going to pilot a T-Rex Zord and be the leader of a team, you have to have that mantle, that courage, that basically that gumption of being a leader. So being the fact that as deadly as they were, yes, but the Triceratops and pterodactyl, they were kind of weak-minded because they were able to get controlled very fast. The only one who was doing the most damage, however, was the T-Rex Zord.
That, but I'm just gonna say, y'all better bring your A game when it comes to this team battle because I ain't holding back. So I'll go with Deadly.
All right, so I figured out which
There you
one
go.
the first one is. It's the Beast X King Zord.
Oh, that's what it was.
Beast
Yeah.
Morpher Zord. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that one
so-
gets controlled
For
of.
Beast Morphers. Okay.
Yep. That one gets controlled from
Z2.
Evox.
So Z2, you know that I've not fully,
Yeah.
I've not finished Beast Morphers, and I've not
Neither have
watched
I.
Ninja Steel yet. The only two ones I've not. So really, to be honest, the Zeonizer we cannot properly cheer this because we have not watched. Well, I've not watched Ninja Steel. He's watched Beast Morphers, so I cannot honestly tier this. So you guys have a free pass.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
I haven't finished Beast Morphers yet, so I can't accurately give this description. So that's
Well,
on you guys.
Yeah.
it's a bit hard though, because like if somebody hasn't watched it, it's a bit hard though to give that person like a you know a spoiler.
Yeah.
You
I want
know,
to give you a spoiler, but I can tell you that it's deadly.
Okay.
I'll tell you now, with how much alcohol I consume on a daily basis, I forget a lot of things. So go ahead, man.
Evil.
I think Raphael's having audio issues.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
All right. I'm saying he didn't last the Beast Morpher King. He didn't last me. That's
He's
all
definitely out.
Yes.
I
So
can
I think
tell.
that one's another. That sounds like another one hitter quitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so Junkyard.
He says Zoran Summertail. Uh, I would say honorable mention because we cannot honorable mention for that one because we can't decide.
Agreed.
Okay. Does
Agreed.
everybody
I'm an
agree
Since
with
honorable
that
your
one?
mention
side is
because
since your side is undecided, we'll put it as honorable mention.
Okay. Next
oh
up
Ruby.
is the Blizzard Force Megazord.
That
That's a good one.
Blizzard
one,
Force Mess.
the
That's a
Blizzard,
good one.
that Blizzard Zord was in Super. That was in the Super Sentai movie.
Which one?
That was
The Down of Thunder.
the
Upper Ranger.
yep,
Yeah,
the Dino
Ranger.
Thunder.
Yeah.
See, I got
That
one of them
kind of
right.
does.
Abade Avenger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Abade. Isu. Good job.
That was quite that for me. That when I watched it, it's got that has got some
Oh,
power.
Yeah.
That has got some power behind that Zord. 'Cause
Yep.
it's totally it's like the Thunder Zord. It's they're the same but different kind of ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
say it has massive
So
power.
would you say that would be deadly?
I would say that
Easy. I would
not
either put it in God tier or Deadly. For me.
Who said God tier?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
I would say it would be it will be deadly.
Oh
It
yeah,
will be
definitely God
deadly.
tier.
Yeah.
Definitely God tier.
I mean, it's easily
God tier? Okay.
deadly. The only reason why I would say I'm kind of half and half between deadly and god tier is because if it would have lasted a little bit longer, then it would have definitely destroyed um, the Ranger team.
It's true.
But because of the fact that it didn't, which obviously typical protagonist antagonist, right? Heroes always got to win. It didn't, but I feel like if it would have lasted maybe like 5 minutes longer, it would have been game set match, and Blizzard Force would have came out on top. But because it didn't, that's why it's not technically full on god tier, but it's for sure without a doubt deadly. That's my opinion.
You make some good points.
Take that.
Hey, deadly then.
Yeah.
All right.
I did say deadly. I did say
Yes,
deadly.
you did. Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
I said God tier, so
True.
it's all right. All right, what we got next?
Up is the Cat Diva Zord.
Okay, I'm sorry, but is it just me, or does this Diva Zords remind me of the Three Stooges?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Hey,
these Diva Zords
Oh my
suck.
god.
Yeah, I
One
agree.
hitter
They were like
quitter.
the Three Stooges.
Yeah,
I
the
was
only one who
like the
really
Three
did damage
Stooges.
was the Shark. In my opinion, the
Yeah.
Shark Diva Zord is the only one that really did damage. But even then, that would be when that discussion comes up. But as far as the Cat Diva Zord, one hitter quitter, junkyard, all day, every day.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Is it because it's a cat?
Junkyard.
But
Yeah,
I
it's a
love you,
cat.
kitties.
Oh,
You cattist.
Next up is the Centaurus Megazord.
Right.
From Lost Galaxy.
now I can
Yep.
call this god tier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely God tier.
I call this one god tier.
Yeah.
I hear this the
No doubt.
hesitation in your voice, Z1. What's up?
You know what?
Let it
No,
out. No, let it out.
no,
Come on now, that's what this is for.
no. This is not my.
No, I want to hear it.
No, no, no,
I want to hear it. Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. Hell to the no, no, no. Okay, this is not our therapy session, Z2. This is not a therapy session. All right,
Oh.
we can do that another time, but this is not a therapy session. Okay,
All right.
holding in hey, holding in all my rage, holding in all my level 9,000 abilities for the team battle. Okay, so I'm just going along with it, yo. Okay, I got you. I agree with you. But I swear, I'm team.
By the
I'm
sounds
team.
of it, though, it doesn't.
I'm team Sentai. I'm team Sentai through and through. So when that
All
team
right.
battle comes, but I'll agree with you. I agree with you.
All right. Don't blame me when you pop a gasket.
I'm gonna kick.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I'm gonna kick you in your happy sack. I swear.
Hey, don't make me go Die
No,
Ranger
that's
Green on you, bro.
Yo,
Oh,
hey,
God.
yo,
Hey,
man,
don't remind me of
yo,
that.
no.
I was like,
Don't make me.
bro.
Do not make me go Q Ranger Red in your ass.
Oh,
Hey,
you went
hey,
there. Oh, all
hey,
right. Fair
hey,
enough.
wait.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
let Ho-Ho Soldier take care of this.
Ah, he went there. All right. Fair
Dude,
enough.
no, he's only saying Dire Ranger Trooper Greens because he's gonna take his bow staff and hit me in the nuts. That's it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
Repeatedly. 1,000 nut
I,
tap technique.
I'm like, bro, really?
Oh.
Bro,
I remember.
let's move on before I catch nightmares. I don't need no more nightmares.
All right. Next up
All
is the
right.
Copy Zord from MMPR.
Oh, classic. But
Classic.
nonetheless, quick work.
Yeah.
Junkyard. Yeah, right
Yeah.
away.
Not
Straight
God
away.
tier, not God tier right away, But to me, it is a classic. It set the standard of what an evil Zord should look like. It should be. So to me, I gotta go with Deadly because even though it didn't last long,
Right.
it put up a hell of a fight.
Yes, it did. So yeah, Deadly it is.
True. Deadly. All right. Next up is the Cyclonus. I think I pronounced it right.
Deadly. Deadly.
Goldars.
That is deadly. That
Deadly.
did
Deadly.
Goldar did give a
Cyclopsis,
hell of a
sorry.
match with that Megazord, so that's definitely
Yeah.
deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
he almost destroyed the Power Rangers with that Zord. Almost.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they all did, and then they failed.
They had to take the Rangers to do every combination possible to destroy it, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
You have to remember before they dusted them, they had to keep changing multiple times to distract them.
Hang on a minute. No, that was Cyclopsis.
So isn't this what we're talking about?
Yeah, Cyclopsis.
Yeah. Goldars.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I would put Cyclopsis in God tier because if it weren't for the Rangers being just switching all of it at a time, confusing it, Cyclopsis would have waxed them.
Yep.
Yep.
That is
true.
a given fact. So definitely God tier because of the fact that it had to keep the Rangers on their toes. And name another time other than SPD that the Rangers had to switch multiple Zords at different times throughout the episodes to be able to defeat one monster.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I don't like thinking. Don't make me do that.
Exactly. So Cyclopsis is God
God
tier.
tier.
At least for
God
me,
tier.
God tier.
And it's not because we're fans of Mighty Morphin. It's because if you do your research and you look, Goldar was a worthy adversary of a henchman against the Power Rangers. Even if he wasn't a Zord, and he was not in a Zord, he beat the living hell out of these Rangers majority of season 1.
Yes, he
Each and
did.
every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Up
And his
until-
Zord,
was a thorn in their sides.
Yep.
Exactly.
Up until Tommy got his White Ranger powers, that's when Goldar got downplayed. But other than that, up to that point, Goldar was a menace to society.
Mm-hmm.
The second he lost his wings, he was annoying. The second he lost his wings.
True.
All right. What else we got?
But when he got him back,
The-
he became completely different.
Yep. All right, the Dino Stegazord. Dino Thunder.
Ooh.
Oh, that.
Trent was a
We're
fucking.
still controlled by evil, yes.
Yeah, wasn't
It
that
tore the
controlled
shit
by
out of the Dino Thunder Raiders.
It did.
Yep.
He was
Yep.
a terror. Oh my god.
that was Vildak's Zord, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Was it?
Really?
Oh wait, no, it was one. I think. Oh wait, no, it was. I think this was when Trent was evil.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
what
what
we're
we're
talking
on
about.
about.
It's Down
Yeah.
Thunder. I was like,
Oh,
who's
Trent,
doing that? What the hell?
definitely,
That's deadly.
definitely.
Yeah.
Deadly.
Deadly.
Yep. The
Now here's
unanimous.
my argument.
Deadly.
I put it in God tier. Here's my reasoning. Okay, we can put it in deadly, but this is where I would rank it if it was just me. I would put it in God tier. Here's why. Okay, Trent as a heel was the worst person ever in life. Okay, the fact that it dismantled the Zords in every fight to the point where the Zords basically broke apart in basically every fight. That the only reason why it stopped being deadly was because the Rangers got to Trent before they could destroy the Dino Stegazord. They knew they had no chance to destroy the Dino Stegazord, so instead, what did they do? They went to the power source. They turned Trent too good. He ended up being a baby face. He lost majority of his heal powers and just became. He was still deadly, but not as bad. And because of that, Dino Stegazord basically turned from a pit bull to a puppy.
Or like a Chihuahua. Sorry.
basically.
Yeah, I
No,
definitely say God tier.
I only say
I
deadly
agree. I agree with.
because
I agree with him on that. I'll take it. I'll put him in God tier.
hey Z2. I hate you.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I
What? Because I actually face it with logic? Like, you gotta
No,
remember,
because
bro, this is, we've
That's
agreed.
very
Dino Thunder
logical.
is one of our top fives when it comes to Ranger seasons.
but here's the
Okay?
thing, but you damn well know, Dino Thunder is not over Mystic Force. I said what I said. Well, you would agree with me.
Yeah,
You
I do
take
agree with you.
you take Korag up against Dino Megazord. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Oh,
So
Gorak will demolish them. Let's just be
that,
real.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Hands down.
I only say he's deadly because they got to him too fast. They got to him too quick.
That's
Like in
true.
Mighty Morphin, they couldn't get through to Tommy to save his life. Jason had to beat his ass to get to him. Now, all they had to do
Valid
was
point.
get to Trent just by words, just by words. That was it. There was no final battle. Oh, and that was it. But I'm clarifying him under deadly
Hold on.
because yes,
Hold
yes,
Hold on. Hold on. I got to
uh,
disagree with one point on that. There was a
Okay.
point where the Dino Gem was Trent's Dino Gem was hit by a laser by a mistake, which altered it to become good again.
That's
Oh,
true.
shit.
That's
I
true.
remember the scene.
Yeah.
I remember the scene. This is when Trent was realizing that Mesagog was his dad and all that. But he was starting to transform back into his father, and that's when he saved him. He said, "Go." He said, "Before I change, go do your power. Take your powers and use them for good. Go help the other Rangers."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't even the Rangers that got to Trent. It was basically Anton Mercer,
Mesagog,
sorry,
Hmm.
Mesagog,
Anton
and
Mercer, and Mesagog.
yep, damn, yep, I forgot about that.
So it was Mesagog's mistake.
Yep.
It was Mesagog's mistake
Hmm.
that turned the Dino Stegazord to good, not the
Hmm.
Rangers. The Rangers would have the Dino Stegazord would have dusted them. So I
Hmm.
agree that God tier.
True. Yep. All right,
well,
Yeah,
Zero. What were you gonna
admittedly,
finish saying? Because now I'm interested. What were you gonna say?
for me,
Yep. Who else is Z1?
true. I was gonna say you're an asshole, and I want to kick you in the ass really badly. Anyway, um, another
Logic, my
thing,
friend. Logic.
another thing. It's funny. It's funny. I should just said Mesogog because yo ass
Uh huh.
misspelled Mesogog in Diablo 4.
Oh my God, we're gonna go over that again. Focus on the tier list, my guy. Focus on the tier list.
I'm trying. I've already had 4 beers. I'm trying to leave me alone. Um, yes. Okay. I will. I will agree to disagree, but I will go with God tier. But when you get to Korag, no contest. Seriously.
Oh, I got something.
Oh yeah,
But
All
what was I gonna
right.
say? Also, you gotta remember the Super Sentai version of Trent is known as the Abare Killer.
That too.
Mhm.
Hmm?
Ooh, yep.
If this
That's
was
very true.
Super Sentai, it would be God tier, no doubt.
Oh yeah. All right. Next
All right.
up
What's next?
is the Doomtron Megazord from Time Force.
I hate Time
Oh,
Force.
to me, that was deadly though. With fighting the Q-Rex,
Yep.
That's epic
that
deadly.
was deadly.
I was deadly.
Yeah, it was deadly, but it did have one major flaw. He used the
Yeah.
same crystal as the Q Rex,
Um,
Yep.
and when Eric gave Wes his pistol and both of their powers combined, that is the only way that it was destroyed. If Eric didn't give Wes his pistol, then they would have basically erase the entire time continuum, and it would have reigned supreme. So, because of the one major flaw and Eric giving over Wes's gun, his weapon, yeah, deadly. It could have been better. All right. Next up
Well,
is
I'm kind of
the
stuck
Dragon Knight
between deadly and mid.
for the
Yeah.
Doomtron.
Who?
Doomtron.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck between mid and deadly.
Okay. Why?
1 second.
Okay.
I take back what I said. Okay. I had to think about it for a minute. Yeah, I agree with you.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Trying to remember where it was at, or
yeah. I'm not a big fan of Time Force
okay.
because naturality, Time Force, and Last Speed Rescue, I hate with passion. So the only one I cared for was Time Ranger. That was the only one I actually give a crap about. But yeah,
True.
I'll agree with you.
Okay. Next up is the Dragonizer Megazord from Operation Overdrive.
I just don't understand why there was so much hate for Operation Overdrive. I still don't.
It wasn't.
Like
There was some
honestly,
quirks.
It wasn't the worst.
There were
It
some
wasn't the
quirks
worst
in
thing.
it.
I just didn't like the whole.
I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't.
Even though this was a
Yeah.
Disney, even though this was the Disney era, and Z2 knows where I'm about to go with this.
Yep.
Even though it was a Disney era, I didn't appreciate the whole Geppetto Pinocchio relationship of Mac and Hartford. If you know what I mean.
Oh, that I agree with. No, that I completely agree with.
That's the only thing about
Now,
Operation Overdrive I did not like.
not just that, it kind of gave me like a little bit of Wizard of Oz in a way because Mac got a heart at the end.
Oh God. Be a real boy.
But the only thing I didn't like about
And
that
he had
so
that
much was
little
the
that
theme.
that freaking Yeti, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah, he was funny.
Wait, was this Megazord controlled by the Fear Cats?
No, that was the other one. This one was
Oh,
controlled by the fuck? What's his name?
I think the
Floria?
main
No, not Florius. The other one.
his brother.
Moltor?
There you go.
There
Because
you go.
Moltor had two. He had the Moltar
Oh,
bot, and then he
well,
had the Dragonizer.
well, since Floria is basically murdered Moltor sucks
Yep.
anyway. I didn't care for Moltor because I figured Florius was the master schemer, so he was always the one up to no good more than Moltor.
I'll say this, Florian had better brains than
Wasn't
Moltor.
he?
Yeah.
And wasn't Moltor the
Yeah.
first to go?
Yes,
Wasn't Moltor the first to go?
Yep.
Moltor was the one that was
I
killed.
call it one hitter
Yeah.
quitter.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's a
I
one-hitter
call it
quitter.
scrap. Yeah, junkyard all the way.
Next up is the Dragaton Megazord. Again, Time Force.
I'm out. Fuck that. Nope.
To be honest, this one did a little bit of damage. It's not exactly one-hitter quitter, but it's not. I
I'd
would
say
put it in
mid.
expired warranty. I put it in expired warranty, just because
Yeah,
it's
expired
not exactly
warranty.
mid, but it's not exactly junk. It's not one-hitter quitter.
So
Yeah,
which
that
one
way.
is this one?
Yeah.
The Dragaton.
Expired warranty. What?
Oh wait, which one was the one Frax controlled?
That was the Doomtron,
Yeah. That one.
which Doomtron is in Deadly.
Yeah.
Dragaton expired warranty. All right, next up, everyone's favorite, the Dragon Zord.
That one's
Oh,
definitely got to be
That's God
God
tier.
tier.
God tier.
yeah.
You
Automatically.
gotta remember, that's God tier.
That's God tier. No, all
Anything
way.
less would
Got
be
to,
a
no
fucking
question.
crime.
If you put the evil Dragozord below God tier, like why? Why? Like He literally gave
And
the
did you
business
see what
to
he
the
did with that
Megazords.
Dragon Sword did to the Megazord, and that was without a pilot.
No kidding.
True.
And also, did you see the damage he did in Zoo Ranger?
No,
That's
God.
it's the same. It's the same thing.
Yep.
No,
A little bit.
I
Yes.
mean, it's the same thing, yes, but the difference between Tommy and Barai was more lethal into his
Revenge.
character than Tommy was. Yes.
Barai was more avenging and hell bent on killing his brother,
Yes.
while Tommy
Yes.
was more, let me please my evil empress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus,
Yeah.
It's still. Yep.
Barai's Dragon Zord actually had like stuff collapse on the people.
Yeah.
True. That is true.
Now, and we said in our last recording that if you watch Zoo Ranger, which we highly recommend, if you've never
Yep.
seen Sentai, we highly recommend you watch Zoo Ranger. If you sit there and you do not cry when Barai dies, and then his brother is playing the flute in the horizon, and you tell us you didn't cry, you're a
You
liar.
have no feelings.
I'm gonna be honest here.
Oh dear God.
I did cry, and it was bringing back memories.
Oh.
Don't cry
Yeah.
now. I didn't bring my Kleenex. Okay, don't cry now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have any tissues.
I'm not gonna cry. I try not
Is
to.
that an issue? Here's a tissue.
So, yeah, anything less than God tier would be a crime against humanity.
Exactly.
So,
All right.
moving on would be the Eagle Diva Zord.
Oh God. Like I said, we agree that the only Divazor that did any real damage, the only Divazor that did any kind of damage was the shark. We all agreed on that. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
Chris,
I think
scratch.
Eagle got
Chris's one,
scratched.
Chris's one hitter quitter is going to make me laugh every time he says that.
Right.
God.
Next up is the Glorious Bot Megazord.
Uh,
Are these
It's tough
old
one.
that were up there? That were up
I
there?
mean,
Do not
not
lose
as
all these-
not as dangerous as say like your normal, like not as dangerous as the normal Evil Zords. Did
Yeah.
give up a good fight. Did give up a good fight, but
Yep.
like every other finisher, they finished them off. I would have to say expired warranty, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like the
Agreed.
Florius bot was thrown together too quickly because
Very.
since Florius and Moltar were always at odds in with each other, trying to one up each other, as soon as Florius seeing that Moltar had created his own bot, let alone a second bot, Florius was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use whatever I can to create my own Megazord."
That is
So
true.
I
Indeed.
feel like that was thrown together too quick.
They were never on the same page.
Yeah.
They're always doing brother competition on who's the
Yeah.
better. Who's
And if you need a good evil Zord, having brotherly competition is not the time to hash that
I
out
mean,
when you're
I mean,
creating a Zord.
it made good comedy. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't lie. Officer Overdrive. It was very comical to watch sibling rivalry in a
Yep.
show. Other than
Yeah.
Zed and Rita arguing, other than that was actually kind of cool though.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
the other thing that I never understood is how on earth does Zen Rita make the abomination known as Drax?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's a
No, no,
whole
no,
nother conversation.
no.
Mhm.
We shall never mention that name again. You understand me? Never again.
Oh, you have
Never.
it so
He
bad.
shall not be named.
You have
That
it
he
so
shall not
bad.
be
That
named.
name is a forbidden sin. Okay, along
Yeah, that one
along
just.
along with the 2017 movie. We don't mention. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Gorodon Death Machine, SPD.
Scrap.
Scrap? Really?
Scrap.
Interesting. Any
Scrap.
other thoughts?
I'm trying to figure out why I put it in scrap. Let's see.
I
which
say
one?
mid.
Which one was crap?
Gordon Death Machine, SPD.
Oh, that
Gordon
was
Death
crap.
Machine.
That sounds like
I'm
my
trying to
ex-wife.
remember that one.
Man,
So this
Rangers,
is
Oh, is that
this
Rangers
is the
dusted that one way too
episode
quickly.
is that the one that looks
from.
like the giant Mario Brothers turtle with an eyeball?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's scrap. That's scrap.
You gonna cost some?
One hit it, quit it.
One hitter quitter,
Oh my
exactly.
god.
You're
quitter.
out of here. All right. Next up, the Grave Zord. Boom Comics. Boom
Oh,
Studios.
bro.
Oh, dude, no, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Oh my
That's
god.
Yeah.
either deadly
Okay.
That's
or
definitely
not.
God
I
tier.
can't.
Well,
I
we've
can't tell.
controlled this
I'm
Grave
not
Sword
gonna.
while playing freaking Battle for the Grid. This thing is fucking deadly.
Bro,
Yeah.
But I
with
would
all
say
the
I would
It
set that as
looks,
God tier because of what it can do.
but
God
no,
tier, you want
no kidding, no kidding. If you compare the Grave Zord to the RX Gundam or or the mobile or the Gundam Wing, it
Uh,
looks like a damn Gundam.
hang on.
yes.
Yeah.
So the
Yo,
Grave
you
Zord,
right on the
is that the
nail
one
with
that the Ranger
that.
Slayer pieced together from different Zords from different
Yes.
times?
Yes. He
Yes.
got
Yeah,
he
Catching
no,
got
that.
on. I like it.
they're pretty much mini Thunder Zords in a way.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah,
And
so
not to
that's
mention
Powerful. Oh,
that
God tier,
when
definitely.
the um when the when Kimberly, the Evil Ranger, I forget what her actual moniker is. I
Ranger
Hey,
don't.
Slayer.
I'm Ranger
Rangers,
Slayer. I was
yeah.
gonna say
Slayer.
Demon Slayer, but Ranger Slayer. When she's out of the Megazord, right?
oh
It
god.
has an AI programming to where the AI now takes control while the Ranger Slayer is off doing whatever she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a good point.
So it's
So
totally
you
got.
have your own RC Megazord, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's kind of
Basically,
it's kind of
You
like
already
in a
determined
way
that sucker's
in,
God mode.
in a way
yeah,
Dragonzord. If you think about it, he made a good point. In a way, Dragonzord is kind of an AI because it goes off of a rhythm of a flute. If you think about it.
That's true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
So I agree with you, and it sucks it got destroyed so quickly uh, after I think the next season of the comic. But it sucks because it was a damn good Megazord because they resembled a Gundam, like I said, the RX and the Gundam Wing. If you go and you
yeah,
look and you compare, but yeah, I agree. God tier.
Definitely.
yeah. All right.
And
Next up,
if you guys have
the
played Battle for the Grid on your consoles, it's a little dead. It's a monster Zord to play with.
so I no
Yep.
longer play Battle for the Grid because the time that I did play, I was doing the tutorial and I got my ass kicked. So I forever rage quitted and I am not touching that game ever again.
Well, let's just say when these three try and play
I'm
against me,
stronger than Jim, guys.
when these three play against me, they don't like
Oh my
it.
God, a
And
flood of memories.
I
Oh my
beat
God.
you many times, Rachel. You just I mean,
Oh
these
my
are I'll
God.
tell you, these are not worse than Elon. I like spamming.
And it's
So
just a flood.
yeah,
Just the minute you said that, a flood of memories. 'Cause we were playing the tutorial together, and
yep.
I remember. I think I had finished the tutorial, and I was like, I'm done. And then I was like, I'm waiting for him, and he's like, "You stupid Trini, the stupid thing." He's like, "I can't fucking." I was like, "Are you still on the last tutorial?" He says, "Shut up! You don't mention this to nobody."
Wait, are you talking about the Trini and Dragon armor?
Yep.
I hate that one. I
Thank
cannot
you.
stand that one.
Thank you.
Oh my
Okay.
god! Like every move, it has a counter
Y'all
for it. It's like,
should
why?
y'all should start a fan club that says gamers who can't get past the tutorial.
Well,
Hey. In my defense, I was also 6.5 beers in when I was playing this game, so I was a little buzzed.
Bro, I
Fair.
had
So that's my defense.
yo, you had 6 beers and you were buzzed, bitch. Get off my level. Yo,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
a
well,
lie.
Guinness.
I wasn't buzzed, but I was something else
Yeah.
while playing that level.
You were high. Just say, hey,
It's
it's
okay.
okay. Just say you were high, man.
I was
It's
high
Yeah,
okay.
we're 420 friendly. It's okay.
Yeah, we
Let's
are
say
very
you-
fortunate.
let's just say you were in
I
cloud
like it.
9. Yeah, you were in cloud
Yeah.
9.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So I hate that game with the passion.
Just say you're up hanging with the clouds. That's another way, good way to say it.
Yeah.
Hanging with the clouds. I like that one. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All
Next
right,
up,
let's go.
the
Next one.
Hyper Zergane Zord. Hyper
The
Zergane
what
Zord.
Zord?
Hyper
Surgeon.
Zergane Zord.
Hyper
Hurricane
Zergan
Think
Zord.
about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
This one I'd say deadly because it mimicked their powers
Yep.
to copy the weapons, and not to mention it did put a waxing on their Megazord before they had to use their transformation.
That's very true. That's a valid point.
Because didn't
So
they
not
have
only
to
did it
do
copy
like
their
Because they had to
the
upgrade to a stronger Megazord to destroy him.
yeah, so not
yeah,
only
was
did it copy their maneuvers and their counters, but it also copied their
yeah,
powers as well. So that is pretty deadly.
true. Because correct
So
me
they
if
had
I'm
to
wrong,
come
but
up with a
didn't they
combination
also
that he didn't.
yeah, because wasn't it
Wait,
like a
this
combination of like a
we're
ultra like Thunder Zord or
wait.
Ultra
This is
Ninja
we're
Ultra
we're
Zord or
in
something
Ninja
like that?
Storm, right?
Yeah.
We're in
Ultrazord.
Ninja Storm, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's where the creation with the Ultrazord came into play.
Yo, okay. For one thing, if you can go toe to toe with a Hurricane Ultra Zord, you got a lot of balls. I'm sorry. I mean, like honestly, against an Ultra Zord, name any kind of Zord that went toe to toe with the Ultra Zord and actually gave a good fight before they were destroyed.
True.
Not a one.
Exactly. So I wouldn't say
But in
God
order to get
here.
to the Tornado Zord, though, to get to
I mean, go ahead,
the
Chris.
Tornado Zord, though, Zergane had to really work them. To get
Yeah.
to where they had to go, though, the Hyper Zergane Zord really had to work on, and
Okay.
he almost had him.
Yeah.
So I would say deadly, not exactly God tier though.
No, I was right with you. I'm going with deadly because, like I said, if you can go
I
toe to toe with an Ultra Zord, that makes you
yeah,
deadly.
I agree with that one. Deadly.
If you did pros a lot of damage on the Ultra Zord but still got destroyed, you'll be God tier. But since you went toe to toe and pretty much got your ass thrown around, but you lasted a while, I mean, deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I,
mean,
I agree. I agree with that one.
yeah. The only thing I give credit to Zergane for is that he actually figured out the power source. With his
That
last
too.
freaking Zord, he did figure out his power source issue.
Good.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, deadly works. Next up is the Jetbot Megazord, the two killer cats from Operation Overdrive.
Fear
That
Cat
was
probably.
the mini cats. That sword was powerful, but it did use up a lot of energy.
Yeah,
So
I
I
mean,
think that's Z1.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seemed like other than the Psycho Rangers, uh, Fear Cats were always scheming. Were always up to something. But it seems like each episode they had a different Zord, and it didn't really matter. But Jetbot did have a, a kind of like it's kind of hard to say. Um, it did have some firepower on it than the others did. Other than that, I would since we don't have anything with mid, I have to go Jetbot with mid because even though it did have firepower at its helm, it did lose very quickly.
yeah, that is a good point. It did run out of energy pretty
That's a
fast.
very valid
Yeah.
point.
I think you should go with mid.
Mid definitely.
I agree with
All
mid.
right. Next up is the Caprizord Ninja Storm.
Oh,
Honestly,
I hate it. I hate it,
I'm
Blizzard.
sorry. Can I give an honest opinion on that one?
Go
Go
for it.
ahead.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Please do. Go for it.
Um,
As soon as he say he mutes himself. What?
It always happens.
Sorry
It
about
always
that.
happens. You can't
Sorry
really
about
agree.
that. Honestly, in my opinion, they could have done so much better with that Zord. They they could have given it a more powerful um something that used better use of the energy from that Zord itself because
hmm
there was a lot of potential in it, but it just fell flat on its face. It was one of the easiest Zords that the Ninja Storm team could defeat.
Bro,
I would have to put
junkyard.
that one in Junkyard.
I will
Yeah.
say this. I will say this. If you look at, okay, I'm very good at comparisons. I've said before. If you take that Zord, that Zord, and you compare it to a Yu-Gi-Oh card of Exodia, they look exactly similar.
Yes. Yeah. I'd have to
Yeah,
agree with
except
you on
one
that one.
thing. Zodiac is known as the forbidden one and is one of Yugi's most powerful cards. Yet this one
Was
literally got scrapped.
This one got
you're
scrapped
forgetting? You're
within like the
forgetting.
first couple of
You're
battles.
What?
forgetting.
Which one?
Was his most powerful card?
True.
Was that bitch
True.
is That bitch is floating in the ocean somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just that,
Uh,
the strongest Exodia was Necro. I think it was Necro. Necro was a pain
We don't
too.
speak about that, bro. Like, you know what? That'd be interesting for a Yu-Gi-Oh card tier list in the future. But
Yeah.
let's keep going.
Let's keep going with
yeah.
the Megazord.
So
All right. Next up is the Lothor Megazord.
yo,
Yo.
Okay.
Okay, Luther don't play. He don't play, but
no,
Lothor doesn't play, but I'm stuck between Deadly and Mid for this one because it lasted longer than the Capri
Mid.
Zord and the other Zord, but it still got its butt whooped so easily by the Ninja Storm team.
Yeah. So I would
Mid.
say, for me, my opinion, I would
Actually,
say.
expired warranty.
Oh, I was gonna. I
no,
give up.
Rachel, you were
Go
saying
ahead.
something, Rachel.
I was gonna say in the middle kind of bit, you know. If it did held for quite a bit, you know.
oh mid. You're trying to say mid?
Yeah, mid.
I would say junkyard.
Mm,
Really?
Really,
I'd have to agree with
I'm gonna
with
hear that
I'd have to agree with
explanation.
What's your
if
explanation?
if you get destroyed by the Storm Megazord right off the bat, no transformations, no need to retreat, no need to find a game plan, and you get destroyed by the Storm Megazord right there in that battle, you're a junkyard.
I feel like
But
a
Mm,
valid
it
point.
not
didn't though.
necessarily. If we're looking at it from that standpoint, Lothor's Megazord still lasted longer than the other two.
But yeah,
If we're
what
looking at
happened to
it from that
Lothar?
standpoint, Lothor's Megazord was way stronger than the two sisters Megazords.
The two sisters
Yeah.
are jokes. What are you talking about?
They are
That's like
jokes,
comparing.
but
But
That's like comparing.
also, you guys forget Lothor's Megazord is the only Megazord infused with the power of the Abyss.
that's
It
true
That's
has the
too.
only
true.
power. It has the only ability to be able, the only Megazord to be able to open and
What?
close the Abyss at will.
Yo,
Oh,
he's going.
right.
Still, let me tell you, he's going to bring the sisters in. The sisters is as useless as baboon and squat on crack. Okay.
No.
That is very
Those
true.
those sisters are as useless as Vulcan Skull, but at least Vulcan Skull still add comic relief.
Yo, at least Bulk and Skull was able to make some sort of effort in space. Man, come on now.
Yes, I agree. I
Fair.
agree with that.
I agree with that. Fair.
Wait. I know. I'll tell you this. The Sisters of Ninja Storm were as useless as the Yeti from Overdrive.
Oh dear God.
You leave my homeboy alone, yo. Come on now. All he wants to do is have a yellow
Fucking
snow cone with a friend. That's all he
Yeah.
wants.
yeah,
No, but I still find,
Snaggletooth motherfucker.
I still
Hey,
found it funny
hey,
how
hey.
Flora and
You leave the rest alone.
Front could put up with it. That was kind of funny. He's like, "What are
Okay.
you doing?"
To agree to disagree, I agree with y'all. I go with mid.
Mid. Yeah, I think mid.
Oh, I was
Mid.
moving for deadly. I'm sorry. To me, he's deadly. Because
Nah,
he was
he's
smart
For
with it.
expired
Oh, that's
warranty.
right, but you did say he opens the abyss. So that's why be deadly.
it's
Because if
between
he
mid
can
and
open the
expired
abyss at
warranty
will,
for me.
he definitely
Yo.
could be in deadly because he opens the abyss at will.
But
Yeah.
still,
Well, no,
he got destroyed by the Storm Megazord of all basic Megazords. The Storm Megazord.
The
Mhm.
first
That's why I
level
say
of the
expired warranty.
Megazord.
Now, if this was a secondary, if this
That's
was
why I say expired warranty.
if this was auxiliary
True.
Zords, if this was an Ultra Zord, he would be deadly. But he got beat by the basic of Zords in the Power Rangers franchise. Come on now. Abyss or no
right.
Abyss, he didn't use it.
all right, just put him in. Just put him expired warranty in.
Or we could
Alright,
flip
fair
a coin.
enough.
Or wait a minute. When y'all do tier lists, you have the ability to flip a coin.
I got the coin.
Video.
No, wait, my boy got it. Listen, we've done this many times before.
Oh,
I got a coin.
hang on.
We got the coin in the stream.
There.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Heads says expired warranty. Tails mid.
All right.
Ready?
Right. One,
Go.
2, 3,
Go.
go.
Heads.
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 Damn it.
So it goes in mid, I
Okay.
think, right?
Mid.
Who was right? Who was right?
All right, I think
Go.
I got better experience. The Sisters of Ninja Storm were as useless as what was the name of Diva Tox's nephew?
Elgar?
Elgar.
Elgar.
Go. How
Yeah.
dare you bring up that name? He scrambled their brains, man. How dare you?
Alright,
Sir.
so do we have to even contemplate the Mirazord?
No, put her right next to the sister,
Scrap.
bro. The junkyard.
Fucking
Scrap.
junkyard, one hitter quitter.
Crap, yeah. That thing
Um,
got destroyed so easily.
Yeah.
It got
Alright.
destroyed. It got destroyed. That's my sad.
They both got
Like,
destroyed.
if they
so
were
easily.
actually powerful,
She the
I
first to
would.
go.
Yeah, she was.
You-
So the only reason why they were good and decent is because of the fact that they provided a distraction for the Rangers. That's it.
Correct.
One hitter quitter. Other than that, get the
You
fuck out
also
of here.
gotta agree with that.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will say this. It could be worse. We
Uh-huh.
could be talking about the Super Sentai Dawn Brothers. It could be worse. Okay.
Oh, dear God, why'd you bring that up?
Dawn Brothers. Yeah, there's only
Oh.
two characters I like from Dawn Brothers.
I would like none of the motherfuckers. I
All right,
don't.
next
It's like
up.
watching Looney Tunes.
No, and
Oh,
their
fair
suits
point.
are like their suits are so weird.
All right. Next
Yeah.
up.
Metalosaurus Turbo Season 2.
Metallosaurus.
Yeah, Metalosaurus.
That one is definitely God tier.
That's
I'm-
between Deadly and God tier. Yeah.
Z2. I am surprised whenever you said Turbo Season 2, they didn't question you. Like Multiverse.
It's because they're real Ranger
Multiverse.
fans.
Multiverse. I will tell you. We've said Turbo Season 2 many times. People are like, what? There's one season. No, if you watch the full season, there's 2 seasons of Turbo.
One with JDF Red. One with
Not so much.
DJ.
Not so
Red.
much.
DJ.
Not so much. Because here's the thing. Even though JDF did leave, the Turbo Rangers that we had with TJ, that wasn't Turbo Season 2. That was Turbo Season 2 pre-space.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
That's true. Turbo Season 2 would be when the entire team except for Justin was changed as well.
We don't
Yeah,
speak of
not just that. Not just that, the movie sort of counts as a season too. Well,
I mean, it counts as a season intro. An intro. I would think.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think we should place this one at?
he was definitely
He
God
was
tier,
deadly.
yeah.
He was
Deadly.
definitely either deadly or God tier. depending on how you look at it. If you look at it from a different perspective, like for me, I would put it in God tier because it gave the Rangers a run for their money. This was a legitimate fight from end to end. And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Turbo Rangers have to go out and find or use a different Zord in order to beat him?
That's true.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
Not just that, this was
Yes.
General Havoc's debut as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
And if you look at how massive Metallosaurus is, he's just as massive as Super Terra.
Oh my God, Serpentera is useless, really, to be honest. But yeah, I understand you. It's kind of hard where I stand on
Did you just say
this.
Serpentera was? Did you say Serpentera was useless? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes, I heard. Yes, Mister Serpentera is the Hummer of Zords. You're gonna waste your energy so freaking fast that Zed's had more problems with Serpentera.
You know what? You have a valid point. You do
He's
need to
not
keep
lying.
Serpentera charged.
He
You're
does
not
have a
lying.
point. Right? He does have
No.
a point. The only thing, like, don't get me wrong, Super Terra is good. He's good in his own way. But the thing that he lacks is that energy.
No, you said Z2. You said they had to go
I mean-
find. They didn't find Zords. They were given the rescue Zords by the Phantom Ranger.
Think about
Now
Forever Red.
Well, yeah, they had to use other Zords in order to beat Metallosaurus.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying
Speaking
to
of
say.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
What I was saying was, speaking of Serpentera, think back to Forever Red. It took one Ranger, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Blazing Lion, to fly through him and destroy him.
Red Wild Horse.
You got destroyed by.
Well,
Well, we're not on Serpentera.
We're not on Serpentera yet. All right, so we still got to come up with a decision on Metallosaurus. So which is it, Deadly or God tier?
I gotta go with God tier. Even though they couldn't do it, I would say God, because you had to find totally different Zords, or excuse me, given Zords by the Phantom Ranger to finally meet that expectation and meet that same power level that this Zord had. So really, God tier for me.
Very true.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely God tier.
I'd have to put it in Deadly.
Sounds right.
I'll put it in Deadly.
I got
here this
why?
one.
Why Deadly?
I want to hear the two reasons why for Deadly.
Go on.
So
Go on.
granted, the Rangers did need to find a new set of Zords to defeat them, to defeat Metallosaurus. However, with their primary Zords, they were close to they were very close to defeating him. It wasn't until he actually got recharged.
Close.
It wasn't
horseshoes and hand grenades. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. I'm sorry. I gotta agree with the rest of them. That was God tier because they had to get a totally different Megazord to destroy them. That's the God tier platform right there.
Let me put some let me put some Battleizer armor on Chris here, and I'm going to crush it with this one. You have to remember, it was defeated in battle and damaged, but it was rebuilt and given upgrades to fight the Turbo Rangers and used the captured Phantom Ranger as a shield. Yo,
damn it!
That's Battleizer armor material for my boy Chris. So that proves this Zord belongs in God tier. It came with the resources. It came prepared, even though it was destroyed and rebuilt.
Damn, I totally forgot about the upgrade episode.
Yo, I couldn't prepare when I've been drinking.
I was going to say, well,
my inner Irishman, and Rachel, I don't know how your take on the Irish people, but my family is Irish, so my inner Irishman is coming like Tarzan, like motherfucker.
I'm actually going to say this. I'm half Irish, you know.
Sweet.
Oh, so that makes Rachel your lost sister. Irish
Yo,
people.
hey,
Dear God.
yo,
Okay,
yo, hey,
Rachel, what was your why were you going towards deadly instead of God tier?
Because
tell
I,
me
I, I
why.
was agreeing. I agree with Elijah on that. What he was saying,
Okay,
because I was going to say the same thing
okay,
as well.
Yep, but
all right,
I still say God tier from the massive
yeah,
damage it gave the Rangers. Not just that, it took them a while to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
It took them
all right,
another
Remember,
Megazord to do it too.
they're
yeah,
only in God tier because they took their sweet ass time destroying them, and that's what this one is about.
Yeah.
To get destroyed and
yeah,
rebuilt, and then take the Phantom Ranger to Shield. I mean, this is
Mhm.
like this is like gangster territory here. So
Yeah.
yeah, I God tier all the
yeah.
way.
That's true.
And literally, if you ever stand in front of you're literally looking like a 20-foot building. You're like, holy! You have to keep looking up just to see that Megazord.
Yep.
All right, we got what we got next.
The Motorbot Zord, the first one.
So which one was it?
The Motorbot Zord.
Ultor. Oh,
Moltar from Overdrive, the first Zord Moltar ever
You
created.
know, I gotta put it that with Moltor's other fucking bot, one hitter quitter.
Now, Chris,
So
that's where I would have to disagree with you. I would
why?
what?
I would have to put that one in at least mid because even this specific Zord was more powerful than the Zord that they created when they were trying to one up each other. Even this one would give the Overdrive Rangers a bigger run than that freaking Motor wannabe ice bot.
No. We're not going to downplay Flurious. I'm Team Flurious all the way. I don't care what you say.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
No,
Flurious,
no.
was the strategic. Was the strategic.
Flurious,
He was
Flurious.
the strategic one.
He
No,
was, but with him trying to one up Motor is what created one of the weakest Zords in Overdrive.
you know what? I'm not. You
You
know
have
what?
to remember though,
I'm not.
on Flurious's side, he was the last one to go.
Exactly.
Flurious was the last villain to go.
Yeah.
He was the toughest to beat.
Wait.
Yep,
Oh
he was.
crap! I just remembered
But
something.
that's only because he
Florius was
didn't come to the fight before him.
was a general. He's a strategic asset.
Wait.
He knew what he was doing.
I hate to. Okay, I wanted to put this pain of a bot in freaking Ultra bot, correct?
Yep.
Ultra bot. Okay, I hate to give
This
credit.
Motor bot's not. He's dust.
Now, okay, I want to scrapyard because I'm Team Florist, kind of like I am Team Mystic in Pokemon. I had to freaking admit that it was successful in overpowering the Drive Max Megazord, capturing it alongside the Red Overdrive Ranger until other Overdrive Rangers were able to find their location.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying this one's at least mid.
Since you were able to capture a Ranger,
Plus
now
it's Zord. Plus there's
I
Zord.
hate Voltor. Okay. I agree with you. You're my second you're my second favorite multiverse ranger. Okay, I understand. Anyway,
Okay.
even though you got destroyed by the Super Drive Max Megazord, I agree with them. I would put this under mid since it did give a challenge, especially to the Red Overdrive Ranger.
Yeah.
So where are we putting it? Because
Mid.
yeah, I was either gonna do mid or expired warranty.
Multiverse
Yeah.
is expired. What are you talking about?
He does make a lot of.
I heard that Jahil is your second favorite multiverse ranger. That is something we gonna have to talk about, Mister.
Okay, I have three. I have three. One being no offense, Rachel. Chris is my favorite. Then you got, of course, number two, which I actually had to agree with, and then there's you, Rachel. Okay, I'm not like
So
my
I'm
daughters.
third.
Okay, I'm not brutally honest. I learned to hold in honesty when it really counts.
So I'm the third one then. That's fine.
At least you're top
I
five.
appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
You're the Mo of Larry and Curly. Okay, there we go.
Oh, shit, that's true.
Oh dear God.
He keeps everyone in line, so that kind of makes sense. Yes.
All right. What we got next?
Yeah,
ZT?
we all get the knuckles up behind the head.
Yeah.
You.
You doing that porcupine?
All right, which is this one?
This one is the Nemesis Beast
Oh
from Dino
god.
Fury.
Nemesis Beast from Dino.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait, this is not Void Queen, is it?
No.
no.
Okay, thank goodness. I hate that
Thought
bitch.
it was.
No, this is not Void Queen.
Void Queens, I couldn't even stand her.
me neither.
No.
To be honest with you.
Oh, we don't have the worst one. Actually, we do. Nemesis.
Yeah.
I retired. Never
Nemesis
mind.
Beast.
I'm retiring. Yes. Okay. I didn't like Dino Fury. It's no secret. I mean, just the whole evil Blue Rangers. I'm over with that. I'm going to say mid. Because listen to me.
That works for me.
She fuses all the Sporix into one being. Patrolling movements from the inside, she uses the Nemesis Beast to fight and take down all of the Dino Fury Ranger Zord formations until the Red Dino Fury Ranger uses the ultimate attack of the Dino Master Saber, sacrificing all of the Zords.
That is
Himself.
true. That
So
is
really-
true, but isn't she herself fused with? Isn't she herself fused with 90% Sporix as it is? Because didn't Void Knight use the Sporix itself to wake her out of the coma?
That's true.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes, but also the Red Dino Fury Ranger also sacrificed himself. Not just the Megazords, but his life as well. Yeah, he was
That's-
brought back to life later on, but at the end of the day, he made the ultimate sacrifice.
That's very
Yeah.
true, and that's the only move that did take care of this specific Zord.
But here's the thing, though. I always say mid because Dino Fury. Anyone who's listening, because I always like to address the listeners. If anyone who's listening, if you're a Dino Fury fan, please don't come at us. It's the fact that Dino Fury was a lackluster season. I hope Cosmic Fury is a success. If not, then you'll hear from me. It's just the fact that you took down the Rangers pretty quickly.
That is
And-
true, but I would have to disagree with you on that one. Putting it in mid, I'd have to say it's pretty deadly because it is one of the very few Zords that a Red Ranger or any Ranger for that matter had to use an ultimate attack in order to defeat.
And he had to use the Morphin Master sword in order to do it.
Exactly.
Master
So
Saber.
I personally would put that one in deadly. That's my opinion.
Okay. You
Yeah,
make some
definitely deadly.
great
Yeah,
points.
that one was that was destroyed by a single ranger.
Yeah.
A single ranger with a lot of power.
Because if
Mhm.
you remember, after the Pink Ranger got her memory back, that Zord was on autoplay. That Zord was destroying everything in sight.
But here's the thing: y'all put it under deadly. He was destroyed by a single Ranger. Now, if it was destroyed by a whole team, and they had to go super ultra, then it would be under God tier because it took so much power to overthrow and destroy something.
Okay.
But one Ranger took it out.
Yes,
But-
but you forget that one Ranger made the ultimate sacrifice and gave up his life to
Exactly.
defeat the Nemesis Beast.
Exactly. Not
That's
only
what makes it deadly.
not
Okay,
only was it one Ranger, it was the Rangers and the Morphin Master's ultimate attack using the Morphin Master Saber, giving
And if you
his life
remember,
and all of the Zord's power as well to defeat it.
I'm sorry. I don't take commands or orders from anyone but the Mystic Mother. I said what I said.
and if you remember, Zato, they even told Zato
Yeah.
the consequence
I know
about
that
that move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that about that. But still, it's still. I mean, I understand he sacrificed himself. Yes, the big hero sacrificial. But we're rating this on how fast they were destroyed, or how bad or how hard. Doesn't that really matter? One ranger took him out. So if this was deadly, it would have to be a whole team, and they have to like abandon the Zords, go find something else, or Super
Okay.
Ultra just to destroy.
So you want to use that route? Okay. This one
Oh, I
ended up
can't wait.
taking.
Ooh.
This one ended up taking on the Dino Fury Megazord and standing its ground, which caused Zato to use that final attack in the very end to defeat it.
Yeah.
So I'll say
got a
this.
point.
Separated the Zords. It separated the Zords, the Megazord, into their individual Zords, which is what caused Zato to use that saber to destroy it in the first place.
Mm-hmm. So it might as well be God tier because if it took one ranger, one single ranger, to use a technique warned about the consequences, he's definitely God tier.
You know what? You know
It took
what?
one
I
ranger.
refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to put Dino Fury anywhere near God tier. Okay, this is no offense to Hunter Dino and the awesome cast. No offense. It's just the shitty writing of Dino Fury. Like, no,
Boss.
I said with mid. You guys put wherever you want. It will always be mid to me. So if it's God tier for one, deadly for another, let it be.
Boss,
Because
your opinion?
Z2 would know my hatred for this.
Yes, I know.
Hang on. You were on about Dino Fury here?
And go ahead, big man, go for it.
Oh,
What's your opinion, boss?
I'm not going to say nothing now because you just dissed my favorite character in the series.
Oops.
Oh, dear God. This was hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, so let's just agree to put it in deadly. If not, then we would have to put it in honorable mention if we can't come to a decision.
Okay,
honorable
fair.
mention. So basically, Mo is going to poke me in the eyes and slap me across the head. Is that what I get?
Yep.
Yep, pretty much.
Basically, you get honorable mention.
I feel like I'm curly now.
Get Lisa. Let me get Lisa.
All right.
You want me, Curly? Curly's
Well,
like, shut up.
I have no hair. I mean, I have no hair, so basically that falls in that category.
Oh God.
Oh dear God.
You just gave me an idea if we do go to Power Move.
Hey now. No, if we're going to do, if y'all going to be a part of the team battle, I'm bringing more liquor. I swear. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Next up, the Omega Megazord Lightspeed.
I hate Lightspeed. Fuck Lightspeed.
Yep.
Omega Megazord.
From Lightspeed.
I'm out of this one. Y'all do what y'all want.
All right. Oh boy.
Okay.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It got taken over. The Omega Megazord got taken over.
But so did so many other Megazords.
It was still good. It was never intended for evil purposes.
But
it got taken over.
But so did a lot of other Megazords, or so did a lot of other Zords in Ranger history. If we think about it, Broodwing even took over a few Zords himself in SVD.
All right,
This is not SPD. This ain't SPD.
Understandable, but no one had to use their own. You try to use their own Zords in the last freaking scene in the last battle, because the enemy was using their own Zords to put down the stones. And the Omega Megazord was one of those Megazords doing that.
Yeah.
When they were trying to get those stones down in the city to get Queen Banshira's palace up.
Whoa, Chris is tearing y'all apart.
That's my Ranger knowledge, my man.
I need my popcorn.
He
Kettle corn.
watches Power Rangers very much. Very much.
All right.
Super
So
fan.
Over and over and over again.
All right, let's tear this because the next
you
one
got
I'm happy for. The next one I'm excited for.
All right, where are we putting Omega Megazord?
I'm torn, guys. What do you guys think?
I say mid, just because since he was taking over.
I would say mid because it was taken over.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Then mid.
yeah. So mid.
All right. All right. So now, next up, you have the Pincer Ectomorphicon from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Okay.
movie, the original
Okay.
one, not the crappy
This
2017 one.
Oh,
Your
that-
opinions?
And I even knew it was his classic.
God.
Yep.
Those were. I'm sorry. I have to say they were the shittiest Zords ever created.
The look
it was
was.
a
I'm
one-hit
sorry.
wonder.
For the budget they had in that movie, they could have done better.
Yo, you gonna talk about
Look
budget? Look at 2017. You're gonna talk
Oh,
about
dude,
budget.
yeah, that was crap.
No,
You don't talk about budget.
2017, they ruined it. They ruined that shit.
Yeah,
no, they messed
They
them up. Hey,
ruined that
look,
shit with
Yo,
2017.
Here's the thing.
they
Here's the
did.
thing. We're talking about the Ant Morphicon. We're talking about the yo. We're talking about the classic. We're not talking about Melting Goldark. We're not talking about that jackass. We're talking about that jackass.
Look,
Joke.
we're not talking. We're not talking about melting gold. We're not talking about trying to rip off Iron Man's suit.
You had to go there.
Oh gosh.
Look,
John, what do you? Where do you put these? The originals. The original movie.
I mean,
Ooze.
they were deadly. They were deadly.
That's true.
I mean, the
I would
2017 movie didn't
say-
even have them morphing properly.
no,
No, they did not. They learned. Okay, the
Okay,
thing I didn't
okay.
get about it. Go ahead, Z1.
Okay,
Breathe.
I'm breathing. I'm not pregnant,
Back-
jackass. Okay.
On the subject of this,
Okay.
back
Chris,
on the subject of this one here, this is was one of the first two Zords to get wiped out from the Ninja Megazord.
yeah.
Chris, I love you, dude. I don't
So
want to do this to you.
I think it really didn't stand a chance.
No.
What's that?
They took the fight to space. He destroyed their saber with a power pole. A power pole. Not a power sword or a power axe. A freaking pole. Destroyed the sword. They had to take it to space. He got destroyed by a comet. Don't get me wrong, a very epic way to be destroyed, by the way, by Haley's comet, nonetheless.
Mostly
God-
destroyed by the comet, because remember,
God
Ooze
here.
remains in all.
God tier. If Ivan Ooze is not God tier in your tier list, I question your fan base in Power Rangers. I said what I said.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Ivan Ooze
Okay, I
is God
agree.
tier, but his Zords are deadly.
This is actually kind of funny. Let me tell you why this is funny, Chris. You are basically
I can back up Jahil on that one.
Yeah,
no, you're
I
basically
can as well.
disrespecting.
I can back
You're
up Elijah on this one.
I'll put
You're
Ivan
basically-
Ooze in God tier, but his Zords, they could have done way better, but his Zords were
Yes,
deadly. They
Ivan
did do a lot
Ooze
of
I would
damage.
put in God tier, but
Yes.
his Zords, forget about it. If it
Name-
wasn't for
name-
Ivan Ooze taking over one of his Zords to get to space, none of that would have happened.
Exactly.
Here, what villain can possess their own Zords and transform the freaking head into his own head?
Okay.
Name me a villain. No.
One,
None.
Name me a villain. Name me a villain. Plus, Chris, bro.
Again, we're not
wait,
disputing Ivan Ooze as a villain.
No, no. We're
wait.
I'm
not.
not disputing Ivan
but
Ooze
here's
as a
the thing.
villain.
But here's the thing: Ivan Ooze is basically this Zord. He possessed the body.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
The ooze
Wait.
One.
is his blood. His
Hang
blood.
on.
His ooze is his blood. And
Hang
it's
on.
funny.
Yes, you're right about that fact. However,
Mhm.
the Zord itself is deadly. Without the Zord, without Ivan Ooze possessing it, the Zord would never have
Mhm.
gotten into the fight with the
But
Rangers as good as it did.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But wait.
You have a point. You have a point. But he did. He
Mhm.
took
Ivan
control.
Ooze was
He
the savior of that Zord. Ivan Ooze is what saved
Yep.
that Zord.
All right. Okay, Elijah. All
But
right.
if
Right.
this was a what if universe like Marvel has, if this was a what if universe, then yes, he will be dead. But as a good creator, he took control of his creation to see that it did
Mm.
not fail. What villain in Power
Mhm.
Rangers cares more about his creation than making it grow? He took possession of his Megazord, of his
And it
Zord.
still failed,
It
even with
still
him taking
failed.
possession of it.
But
Yeah.
okay, it still failed. Name me one Zord. Name me one monster that's destroyed the Power Rangers' main Megazord weapon. Name me one. I'll wait. You can't, can you? You can't.
Main.
Good
And
point.
Here's the thing, Chris. I love you, dude. I find this funny. You're basically downplaying your own character. Think about it.
hold on, though, I am not downplaying him. I'm kind of agreeing. I'm kind of agreeing with this. I
All
was
right.
never doubting Ivan Ooze, though. I was never doubting
No,
Ivan Ooze.
Oh, me
I was
neither.
doubting his Zords himself. I was doubting the craftsmanship. I was doubting, who was putting them together.
Oh,
He was basically relying on the Earthlings to put his Zords together. They couldn't.
that is
They probably couldn't have
That is
put
so
it
true.
together better. They could have,
that's
Yep.
true.
That's
I
true.
mean,
But wait.
and
if you think about it,
and they had to really dig it out from underground.
if you think
And if
about it,
you
Mhm.
remember properly, who did he have managing the Earthlings who were taking this piece by piece from the Earth? He had Babu and
Goldar and
Spot,
Porco.
Goldar and Porco,
yeah.
exactly,
No,
and
Goldar and
Goldar and
Porco.
Porco. Yes, not Babu
Porco,
and Squat.
something like that.
Goldar and Porco,
So basically, Pudgy Pig's cousin.
Basically.
pretty much.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this entire argument. You want to know how I'm gonna do that? With
How?
this, the pincer ectomorphicon, right towards the end of the movie, right towards the end of the fight, looks at Ivan Ooze, right, and starts crying. Then and only then does Ivan Ooze actually go into the pincer ectomorphicon and actually take control, and then it steps up 2 levels to where now it becomes deadly. Other than that, by
That's true.
itself,
That's true.
it
That sword
was,
actually showed emotion, which showed a little weird.
yeah.
Mhm.
Nothing
So
wrong with
that
that.
Zord, because
Like
yes,
it was
it
his
held its own
It's
to
for
Rocky Zord of all people, which we all know Rocky is not that great of a Red Ranger, but I digress. Um, held its own
That,
against Rocky. That's not saying
that
much.
that is an argument for another time. Sir.
I know, but it's not saying much that it can handle against an ape Zord and a bear. That's it. And if memory serves me correct, the Pincer Zord kicked the Bear Zord and put it out of commission for a good minute. That's why Rocky ended up having to jump onto the Pincer Zord, but then the Pincer Zord ended up knocking Rocky over. But by that time, the Scorpion Pincer Zord, which is 2 from here, but when that gets destroyed and all the Rangers team up on the Pincer Ectomorphicon Zord, that is when he turns to Ivan Ooze and starts crying. Because you
Correct.
can hear him start crying.
Okay,
So
Well,
he is no higher than expired warranty and guaranteed junkyard.
I swear. No. Don't put him in junkyard. Like, okay, I agree to disagree.
I can't put him in. I can't put him in junkyard. I can't put him in junkyard, but I would put him at least as I would say God mode or deadly.
Deadly. I would put Deadly.
This is why we
my
got to have an
pride.
argument again.
My pride has gone to shame. Shattered. Fine.
Nah, we're putting him in honorable mention since we're all over the place, right? We agree he did some damage. We agree that once Ivan Ooze got into the actual Zord itself and made it him, that's when he became God mode,
tier.
right? But without that, that's where we are all at different ends of the spectrum at this point. So agree to disagree. He's going into honorable mentions, and then that way we can just move on. Next up is everyone's favorite, the Dark Wild Zords, the Predator Zord.
That one is definitely God tier.
I like
That's
Zanaku.
God tier.
God
Yep,
tier.
Zanaku's
Yep.
Megazord.
God tier.
That's God tier.
Because
Yep.
it took a while.
That's
If you remember, it took Princess Leia to figure out the truth
mhm.
without the help of
Cheryl.
what's his name again? The big Megazord.
Eric.
No. Animus.
Animus. She needed the guidance of Animus to figure out the truth.
And
What was
Animus.
causing the Zord.
Yep. But the destruction that it caused, that's one of the few Dark Megazords or Dark Zords that was able to give not only Animus, but the Wild Zords a run for their money.
Yeah. Not just that,
Yeah.
like he was the second. He was like one of the second. They were one of the second Zords that were summoned by a tune, a music tone.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point.
The Naku's flute is what summoned these Zords.
Yep.
Yep.
Which I still want to buy that flute, if I can find it.
Bro, that would be a dope flute to have in your collection, dude. That'd be so cool.
I mean, they sell it,
Okay.
but it doesn't look like the blade. That's the problem.
I digress. We digress.
Crescent flute.
So wait, are we talking about the Predator or the Dark Predator?
Dark Predator.
Dark
They
Predator,
did.
which
I
was
mean,
the
the
first.
Dark Predator is God tier.
Yep.
When it came down to the Predator, it
God
was
tier
still
for
the
sure.
same.
Yeah, like I said, Predator. Yeah, it got deadly tier, but if it's dark, then it is God tier. I agree
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because I'll say that Predator, especially with the Predator wave, the damage it gave the Wall Zords,
Mhm.
it almost caused the Wall Zords to die.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Okay. God tier. At least we all agree on something. The next one, the Scorpion Ectomorphicon, the first one to get killed.
Scrap.
Scrap, sadly.
Expired
Definitely scrap.
warranty. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Expired warranty, because it did take.
Ooh.
It did take. Okay, let's hear me out. Hear me
Okay.
out. It took the wolf.
We'll hear you.
It took the wolf, and if I'm not mistaken, the frog, as well as the crane, which was Kim,
No,
Adam,
whoa,
and Billy
whoa.
to
You
destroy
go
that
down
one Zord.
there, Diz.
You're also forgetting the Falcon Zord shooting the missiles at it.
You forget that, though. Right? It was the wolf, the frog, and the falcon that actually done the most damage.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
That's
you
what I'm
said the
saying.
crane.
And those
The
were
crane
separate
went up
Zords. Those
too.
weren't the Mega. That wasn't even the Megazord.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were separate
Exactly,
Zords.
but it took 3 of them combined using their powers in order to destroy it, or using their
But
weapons to destroy it.
that's not good because if they were in the singular forms and they had to, they did more damage in the singular forms when they got the Megazords, he was already vanquished. Like, there's really no point.
I will say this though. Okay, so it does take the frog, it does take the crane because Kimberly actually had to use her kind of whip type of thing to grab the scorpion, right?
No, that was the frog used his tongue. The wolf grabbed the tail. The falcon destroyed him by the missiles.
So it did take 3 Zords to defeat him,
Yeah,
not
but
just
Crane
one.
went after Ivanhoe's if you
Now-
back in the move.
Now, it'd be interesting. I didn't understand this when I was watching as a kid. Why didn't Pincer and the Scorpion combine? Now, if that would have happened, then that would have been
Yeah.
probably the
That
hardest.
would have been a bigger challenge, and Ooze would have had
Exactly.
an even bigger Zord.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. This one went out pretty quickly if you think about it.
Yeah. So definitely Junkyard.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Scorpion Stinger from Lost Galaxy.
Ooh,
Scorpion
That's
Kino's
gonna be-
Warship.
this is
Ah,
gonna be a tough one.
mm,
That did some significant damage. I would
It
put
did.
that. I would put that as deadly because it did get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the last thing that got destroyed before Terra Venture.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And it gave Terra Venture a run for its money.
Yes,
I
it
will put it
Gave
in.
did.
Terra Venture a run for its money. Not just because it was Zord. It was just given the space colony in itself a run for its money.
Exactly. But I would also put it in Delhi because not only that, Scorpino also hopped out of the Zord itself to fight the Rangers, and that Zord was still doing damage.
True.
Okay, so which one?
True. Very true.
Which one is this one
Deadly.
again?
Deadly.
Deadly.
No, which Megazord? I look my head.
The Scorpion Stinger from Lost Galaxy.
Stinger.
I don't
Scorpion
remember
Stinger.
that one. I remember the only Lost Galaxy ones that I remember is the Stratoforce Megazord and the Centaurus Megazord.
So this was Chakina's warship.
Oh, I hate that thing.
Exactly. That's why it's deadly. Because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the Rangers also need
Drakina
to
/
have?
Scorpius is warship.
Yeah. There you go. I couldn't think of his name, Scorpius. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Rangers needed to also have the Orion lights on the Megazord as
Lights
well
of
as
Orion.
Yeah.
also the
Yep,
Toro
the
Zord.
power up mode.
Yep. Both of those combined destroyed the ship.
Yeah.
So not only did you have a Rangers upgraded Zord, you also had the 6th Ranger Zord, which was powerful in its own right, but both of those combined destroyed the ship. So, yeah,
Correct.
deadly. Next up, Serpentera. Now
Trash.
this is gonna be a fun one. Trash?
Trash.
We already said
Bro.
this one. Trash.
Wait,
Yeah,
which
what
one
do
is
you
this?
think about that one?
Serpentera.
TRASA. Because it constantly had to be recharged.
No,
You
no,
know
no,
what?
no. I'll
It
tell
was
you this.
only good for one good fight, and then after that,
Not
It's
only
not,
that, not,
it's not trash. It's shit. Okay. Just
not
say
only did
shit.
it have to
It's
be
shit.
recharged continuously, it took one Ranger down the middle, like a shot from an X-winger in Star Wars, to destroy it.
Yeah, so that's going in the scrapyard.
Yeah, junkyard definitely.
Elon Musk.
Alright.
Elon Musk's electric car can last a lot longer than Serpentera. Okay.
This man
Sad but
brought up
true.
Elon Musk. Oh dear God. Alright, the Shark Diva
Sad but
Zord.
true. Which one?
Oh man.
Shark Diva
now
Zord.
this one lasted a little longer, so I say this one.
Yeah.
I see.
Plus, it also did a lot more
We already
damage.
agreed that this one lasted a little longer.
Yeah.
It's dead. So I'll put that as deadly.
I think we mid this one.
No, I think Shark would be Larry. So yeah, Larry would be kind of a high level.
Mid.
Mid.
I'm
I'd
between
say
mid and
mid.
deadly for this one.
Mid.
Actually, no, I have to agree with Rachel on this one. Deadly. It was one of the ones that lasted the longest against the Rangers.
Man, that junkyard's piling up quick.
The longest, yes, but
So here's
Yo.
why. For
the
me, it's
longest,
mid.
yes,
Okay.
but unfortunately,
Here's why. Okay. When they were in the water, deadly, as any normal, right, animal predator would be, right? If it's within its element, it's deadly as hell. Okay, it's the main predator. Outside of that, when the Rangers knocked him out of the water and got him onto ground, that is when it became a fair fight. However, for the first 5-10 minutes or so of that battle that was in the water, deadly. Could not stop him. Could not do it.
Fair
Then,
point.
as soon
Yo,
as
but
the
this
Rangers, what?
Go ahead.
And then when the Rangers swapped to Zords, because now they switched over, I believe, to their rescue Zords, knocked him out of the water because of the more power that the rescue Zords had, knocked the Shark Diva Zord out of the water and fought him one-on-one on land. It became a fair fight. Because of that, his power levels dropped. Obviously, fish out of water, power's not going to be as great. It went half of that. So whatever half of the power that the Shark Diva Zord had, it went to half of that. And the Rangers defeated him super easily. So as deadly as he was outside of water,
Boss,
mid.
what are your thoughts? Because I heard you say deadly as well. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was going to say it lasted quite some time against the Rangers. Anyway,
Oh god. I'm sorry. I said mid because this Zord, if with water, it's powerful as hell. But like I said, fish out of water. This is without water. Without water, this Zord is as useless as the Alien Rangers. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Yep.
No,
They go dry up.
no lie. It's no lie. Kaku Ranger is far superior than Alien Ranger. I said.
But even the
I mean,
Alien Rangers stepped up when there were no Rangers after Zeo.
but how many times did they have to recharge?
Huh?
Like how many times did they have to recharge? They recharge so much. Like, oh my god, my life force. I need water. Bitch, bring Aquafina with you next time. Jeez, honestly. Like,
Yeah, hey, okay, better yet, why don't you just bring a type of water on it? Or
The
no,
hydro
make
packs.
a chamber of water.
The hydro packs.
You just brought a hydro pack.
No, but I stand with mid because and be grateful that the sharp Diva Zord, and if you call anything a Diva Zord, you're destined to fail. It's mid. It did give a rough challenge when they're in the water, but like he said, fish out of water, and you're basically dead. So it's more gracious than the other two Diva Zords that we gave.
Shortest.
All right, so what's the score at? Because I believe that's 2-4 on the deadly, and then the mid. Majority rules, we'll just put it in deadly.
I put in mid.
Give me a second. Yes.
Oh god! Someone put the grandson on him. Say mid. That way we're even. Oh god! Y'all think this is bad? Wait to the team battle. Oh my god! We may have to do part. It's going to be 3 parts. It's got to be 3 parts because I think 16 teams. Correct? D2.
What?
We have 16 teams in the team battle. Correct? Total.
Oh, for the bracket fight?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, we have 32.
Oh shit!
Holy.
16 is part 2.
Zordon needed me for an assignment, but I'm back.
You're good.
Hey, tell Zordon he owes me $20 for fighting that Dragon Zord that I got my ass kicked at.
I'll let him know.
Okay. So,
He says Alpha will wire you the payment.
He owes me 50 for the saber. He owes me 50 for the dragon dagger I had to take from him.
All right. So what's the call? Mid or deadly?
Which one is this one?
For the
Shark Diva Zord.
Shark Diva Zord.
So you're saying it's 3 against 4?
Yeah. So I say mid. Z1 says mid.
I say deadly.
I say deadly.
Okay.
Chris says mid.
Alright.
All right. So how about agree to disagree and we put it in honorable mention?
Alright. That's
Agreed.
fine.
Cool.
Okay,
It's mid.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Next up is the what is that? I forget.
Your mom.
Is the shut up? Is the Shimazu Zord Ninja Storm?
Shimazu Zord. I don't even remember
Yeah.
that one.
What?
So Shimazu was towards after the Rangers had got, or the Red Ranger Poa had got his Battleizer. Shimazu showed up.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
He got
for me,
he got
expired
dusted.
warranty.
He got dusted before he got his battleizer though.
Yeah.
Expired warranty. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Uh,
What you think? What you think?
Mid to expired warranty.
I
Okay.
would say expired warranty.
Okay.
he did put
Yeah.
up a good fight though.
Yeah. I mean, he got taken out by a Battleizer. It's kind of hard
Expired
to
Yeah.
warranty.
last.
He got dusted by a Blazer.
All right.
I
So
mean, okay. I wouldn't say expired warranty.
okay.
I mean, yeah, he got his warranty expired with the Battleizer. Yeah, sure. Uh, what the hell am I kidding? Yeah, okay, expired warranty.
You were thinking about it and you ended up realizing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
I had way too many beers, and I'm waiting to use the restroom, and so I was in the bathroom. So I'm trying to think of waterfalls and
All
shit.
right. We only got a little bit left.
But you're good.
So next up is the Sphinx Cruiser, also known as Divatox's Evil Zord. Ego, EGO, Zord.
Oh
Thanks.
boy, we're
This
starting.
one, I'm not sure. I'm not certain, but this one had a part missing.
Yes.
You would be correct.
This one had a part missing, so I would say it did okay damage, but with that part missing, you're looking at shoddy workmanship. So I would say mid to expired warranty.
Yeah,
I'm with
I
you
say
on this
expired
one.
warranty just because it was missing that one part.
Just
Because I felt
imagine.
like if it was
Yeah,
fully,
that drives me to expired warranty. It's the missing part.
Just
yeah,
imagine if it had that part though.
if it had that part, would have been definitely dead.
If they had that part, yes.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
would have been
Expired
dead.
warranty.
Yeah,
For
expired
sure.
warranty. Just
Uh,
because
yeah. That's the only thing wrong with it. That one missing part.
Yeah.
if it had all the parts and reached its full potential, it would have been deadly.
Yeah, I agree. Next up is the Stratozord.
Yo, this one did
Spinosaurus.
damage. This one did damage in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yes,
this
it
one
did.
did do damage.
It was
Yes, it
definitely
did. I would put it up in God mode with its buddy.
Here's the thing: for those of you who listening, and of course, you fans, you watch Lost Galaxy. Lost Galaxy is up there with the best storylines ever. You got Stratoforce Megazord and its buddy Centaurus Megazord, and I think it was the Phoenix. Correct me if I'm wrong. Phoenix Galactic Beast and Rhino Galactic Beast, I believe. They turned into human giant robots, and were used. And yes, they were used.
Griffin actually. Or no, yeah, Phoenix. My bad.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
even before they were able to remember their former lives, before defecting the side of good, they beat the holy hell out of the Galaxy Rangers.
Yep. I mean, name one other time you had
Yes, they did.
you had Megazords that refused to fight their counterparts. Don't worry, I'll wait.
No.
No, you'll be waiting for a long time, man. I can't think of one. But here's the thing.
Amen.
I love
Amen.
comparisons. I love comparisons. Take these
Yeah.
two bots. Take these two bots, and you have rocket soccer robots.
I hate you so much.
Right?
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. But yeah, I have to go with God tier on this one. Even though they did go to the side of good, even though they went to the side of good when they remember their former lives, which was an epic moment. Can't lie.
Yep.
They still beat the holy shit out of them.
Yep. Straight up.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
I
Alright.
agree. I agree with that.
Next up, the Terror Zord, Elgars.
Trash. Sorry.
What?
Elgar?
Yep.
Trash.
Terror Zord.
Yeah. I didn't like Elgar. I thought
Trash.
Elgar reminded me
Elgar's
of
came off so easily.
Elgar was
no.
We're trusting him with
Elgar.
the Megazord.
he was the comic relief of henchmen, man.
He really
Yeah,
Elgar
but
was.
reminded me.
his
Even
Zord
a
actually did a
general.
little damage. It didn't do quite as much damage as like Divatox's Zord or the other Diva Zords, other than
Yeah.
maybe Shark Zord, but he did do some damage.
But
Not
he-
enough
But
for the
they-
Rangers to swap Zords, but enough to be able to be like, all right, cool, we need to step it up a notch.
I don't know, but he kind of felt like a rip off of Goldar. I'm sorry.
A run down
Pterosaur.
Goldar.
boss thoughts?
Yeah, where water, yeah. Oh shit, this is why I hate drinking.
Boss thoughts?
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. This is why I hate drinking. You're right. Okay.
Alright.
You're right. I remember it nearly decimated the Rescue Megazord and the Robo Racer battle mode.
Yep.
Oh god.
Alright.
I need
So
yeah.
where are we going with this?
I'm gonna say deadly.
Okay. Survey says.
Your mom.
Good.
Okay. Deadly. That works.
Ding.
Alright. The Thunder Megazord. Ninja Storm.
I'm about to say the Thunder Megazord. That has to, oh no,
Before
not
it
that one.
was before the twins got their memories back.
Yep.
Or or not the twins, but the brothers, they got their memories back.
Yep.
They were forced to be reckoned with in that Megazord. It
yeah.
did give the Storm Megazord a run for its money.
Yep.
It
Both
did
in their
put
regular
it did
form
put
and the
them down and
agile.
out the count for a little bit.
Yep.
True.
Mhm.
I
I would say God tier.
put it. I would God tier.
Yeah, all the way. I agree with you.
Bam. God tier. Alright. Oh. Next up is the what's his face? The Tronicon Megazord. Time Force.
Time for a crack force.
Yep. To me, this was kind of like expired warranty. It wasn't exactly a one-hitter quitter. It did have its power, but again, because of Frack not using the proper power source for it, it went like nowhere. So for me, expired warranty.
Expired warranty. I
Yep.
agree.
Bye bye. Okay. I can see the promised land. Oops, sorry.
All right, next up is the Typhus Megazord. Boom Studios.
Oof. I think, to be honest, it's right up there with Great Megazord.
Okay.
With the Grave Zord and God tier.
I like that name. Think about it.
All right. Everyone else is quiet. It's weird. All right. Next up is the Ursus Megazord. Don't ask me from where, because I have no idea.
Ursus.
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 No, it's a Disney era. I know that much.
You see that one?
Disney era, so it has.
Oh! It's a Mystic Force.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Mystic Force, definitely.
Yeah, because it was, if you recall, it appeared in the first episode.
Yeah.
That was one of the
It was
first Zords.
Yeah,
that they
it was
made.
created by Imperius, and it appears in the third and final part of the Part 3 episode Darkwish. Come on, C2, man. You're a Mystic Force nerd alongside me, man. You can't tell me you didn't know that.
Hey, as long as at least give me credit.
Hey,
I remembered
hey.
to download it.
Hey, I give you credit. I don't give excuses, okay?
All right, well, give me the credit then. All right,
I give you
Ursus
the
Megazord,
credit. Come on.
Mystic Force,
Deadly.
Deadly. It did get
Oh.
beat. It did get beat by the Solar Streak Megazord.
But the thing is, it was just Part 3 before it got destroyed.
True.
Think about this. In an attempt to keep Ursus from reaching the human world, Solaris Knight had to have gone to the nether dimension to fight it with the Solar Streak Megazord.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The monster was so powerful, it sent the Megazord to the human world and then itself with as well.
True, that. Aggron had to go to another dimension just to beat him.
Ursus is one of the more stronger monsters, powerful enough to send, like I said, the Soul Streak Megazord to another dimension. This has to be God tier.
God tier.
Oh,
The fact that Dagron had to go to a different dimension just to get a Zord.
I mean, other than
okay.
Goldar sending Tommy to another
There you
Jason
go.
to another dimension, other than that, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
It deserves God tier.
I beat Z2 and Mystic Force. I was so happy.
All right. So God's here. All right. Sounds groovy with me. Next up is
Ruby,
the
baby.
Zeltrax Zord, Dino Thunder.
Ooh. Where y'all at?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is after. No, this is before his ship. Before he
Shit or
gets
shit?
I was about to
his ship.
say, was this another power stealer?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
So this is before Zeltrax gets destroyed the first time, and then gets rebuilt, and then gets basically upgraded to where now he's no longer a cyborg. Technically, he is now full robotic, or at least majority of him is. And this is before he takes the ship towards the end of Dino Thunder, and before Dr. O ultimately destroys the ship with Zeltrax inside and jumps out of the ship at the last second.
This took a couple of episodes too, because I can remember that one.
Mm.
It took a couple of episodes to take care of that fight.
So I think he deserves to be in God tier.
Yep.
I would
Anybody?
think Deadly.
You would think Deadly? Why Deadly and not God tier?
I don't know, probably because I'm being a wise ass. Who knows?
Probably. All right, that's
Um,
yours. What do you think? What do you think before we fully agree
I
with
would have
something?
to agree with Z1 on this one.
Hey,
Deadly?
I tell you what I think. My headphones just died. That's what I think.
Yeah, well,
All right.
what is
What do you? Why deadly and not God tier?
Because, yeah, the Zeltrax sword, it was technically a power stealer.
Okay.
However, it really didn't, even though it was a power stealer, it really didn't last that long against the Megazord itself.
Hmm. Interesting.
It was taken out pretty easily by the Megazord.
Okay.
Yeah, it did cause damage, which is why, and it was a power stealer, which is why we put it, which is why I agree that it should be put in the deadly tier. But it didn't last that long. It's nothing like the Dragon Zord, for instance, could that that took on the Megazord itself while while the Green Ranger was infiltrating the Megazord.
Okay.
Whoa,
That's a valid point.
no, scratch that. No, actually, I gotta scratch that point. Tommy only was, analyzing the Megazord from the inside, going from the inside in the very first time he appeared.
No,
That was
actually,
in that was in part
he
one.
he used the Dragon Zord to distract the Megazord. When he went into the cockpit itself, he raised all holy hell on the Rangers themselves.
No, that was it. No,
Yes,
that was when I'm telling you. Go back and watch Green with Evil, and I will tell you
I have,
exactly how it goes.
I
I've
have,
watched this one many times. Let,
I have.
let me
There,
let
he,
okay. Let
wait?
me.
Let him explain,
all
Eli.
right, go ahead, Chris.
Let him explain. He isn't Ranger expert. He's wiser than us. So let him explain.
Go ahead, Chris.
Older, maybe. Wiser,
In
and still
Green
yet to
with
be known.
Evil, Tommy infiltrated the
Right.
Earth. In Green with Evil, Part One, Tommy infiltrated the Megazord from jumping off from the ground. And it was a
True.
surprise attack. They did not see him coming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's true.
okay,
Only
Yes.
go ahead.
Dragon Green Ranger came in stealth mode by himself. No Dragon Zord involved.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
He
He
made
does
that.
have a point.
He made that Dino Megazord head rock like a knife at Roxbury, yo.
Yes,
He
he
does
did.
have a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Oh, wait. What?
however,
What is it?
the iconic scene of him jumping off of the regular Zord itself and fighting the entire team was not from Green with Evil Part 1. It was when he used the Dragon Zord to distract the Mega.
That was part five. I agree with that part, but he was in the cockpit of the
That
Megazord. He was in the cockpit of the
mhm.
Dragon Zord at the time when he jumped out. That part
Yes.
I
but
remember
but
for
that's the
That was
certain.
part
part 5.
I'm bringing up is because even though he distracted the Rangers, he wasn't even in the cockpit of the Dragon Zord. He was on the shoulder of the Dragon Zord, if you remember correctly. He was on the shoulder or the head of the Dragon Zord when he hopped down after he knocked out the Rangers from
He
the
was in
cockpit.
the. He was actually in the head.
There was a scene where he was inside as his pilot.
Yes, it was. Yes, there was.
I love how a simple argument goes back to Mighty Morphin, like out of nowhere.
That's true. That just shows how
It's
powerful
not even
Mighty
an
Morphin is.
argument. It's more of yes. It just shows how much fans we really are. You know
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
how deep of a conversation we can get in about a certain episode.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question: what does Green with Evil have to do with the Zeltrax story?
I think I'll be honest
Nothing.
with you. I
The
think
fact of the
nothing.
matter is,
No, it has everything to do.
no,
It has
nothing.
everything to
The
do with
fact
it.
of the,
It has everything to do with an evil villain should be.
There, that
Okay.
there you go. I agree with
I
that.
mean,
So
I understand that logic, but again, this wasn't Tommy Oliver, Green Ranger, you know, possessed by
No.
Empress Rita,
yeah,
controlling the Zeltrax Zord. This was Zeltrax, uh,
just being Zeltrax.
Smitty basically being Zeltrax and this Zeltrax Zord. So,
Oh,
because
so
we're
and
kind of cross, so it's either God tier or deadly at this point.
God tier. Just leave him my
You
God
know,
tier because he did give a hell of a
Yeah,
battle, and
God tier.
it took a while just to beat him.
okay.
Uh,
Uh, so the last three we can talk about them all unison if we'd like. If it's up to you guys,
Are
but
they
we
all the
have
same
the
series?
Zeltrax. Yeah, this the Zeltrax Zords. The only one that's different is the first one. That's the Zeltrax Zord 3, um, which is different due to the fact that it doesn't have that quick change ability that 1 and 2 had.
Hmm.
It had a better power source, which that power source ended up going into the Hyper Zeltrax Zord.
Yes, it did.
Um,
It did.
so that was the only key difference than the other two. Um, Valtrex, the Zerging Zords 1 and 2 were basically the same, except that the power sources was just upcharged a little bit more. Same power source style, it was just upgraded a little bit. That was really it. All three of them could create
Yeah.
little orbs, and basically mimic the Ninja Zords. They had an additional ability mode that lasted longer than a minute. I may add. Um, didn't quite drain the battery like it did for the Ninja Storm Megazord, but it did drain the battery nonetheless. So it was deadly. All three of them were deadly. It was just a complete disaster. Once the power ran out, that's when the Ninja Rangers were able to capitalize.
Power. Yep. I agree.
So I would put these at deadly
I agree. All
for
three dead.
Zergang Zord 1 and 2. Zergang Zord 3, I would put this in God tier because of the fact that it set the precedent of what the next Zord, the Hyper Zergang Zord, would be.
Yep. So yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good
no
with that.
arguments there. No arguments there.
I'm
Yeah.
stuffing my face with ice cream, so I agree.
All right, fair enough. All right, so without further ado, Z1, you can now go use the restroom. But
I, I kind of
this,
I had to go outside. My apologies, but anyway,
you're
um,
good.
this this is the this is the tier list. So for those of you still with us, thank you for bearing with us. And the arguments that we had, very playful. We actually made some good points.
Yes.
Like Pincer belongs in God tier. Other than that, that's just me. Um, thank you all. We thank you guys for tuning in. And we thank the Multiverse for stopping by as always. They're awesome,
Yep,
wonderful Rangers. And the team battle is
Love
going to
you
be a
guys,
lot,
man.
or the team battle is going to be a lot better. Hopefully, it's
yep,
going to be more people. So if the Multiverse wants to partake, we hope you'll bring more to the table. And hopefully, we'll bring three very special judges. And we know who the judges will be. Hopefully, they accept.
yep,
Um,
yep.
but this video has gone on a long time. So
Yeah, 2
this
hours, almost 2.5 hours.
so this is so basically like a multiverse video. Basically, I mean,
Yeah,
Basically,
hilarious.
man.
so this
So
is our tier.
yeah, yeah. So this is our tier list, ranked everything from good, bad, ugly, worse, honorable mentions because we could not agree. Let's go ahead and resize this so that way the viewers can see. Boom, there it is on the screen, live and in color. So, to give you guys a sneak peek, and especially with the Multiverse Rangers, how this next tier list or the bracket fight that we're going to be doing with the Super Sentais versus Power Rangers, how we're taking it is that we're taking it with the Sentais and its Power Ranger adaptations. Okay, so basically everything from Go Ranger all the way up to the new school adaptations. Who wins in a fight? Storyline based, everything. Okay, so think of that for when the bracket fight starts, because it's gonna be a no holds barred type of fight. Okay,
Yes.
we're talking powers, we're talking suits, we're talking morphin sequence, we're talking storylines, we're talking about characters, actors, the whole shebang in one episode.
Auxiliary,
Auxiliary
auxiliary
Zords,
Zords,
everything.
was everything.
Yep,
But it's
villains,
going to be no
everything.
holds barred. In actuality, do we still have the tier list that we saved? Or are we still working on it?
I already saved it. That's already saved, done deal.
So
So I can.
you want to give the people a sneaky peeky?
Yeah, let's actually give them a widow. Let me save this first. Let's let's give them a little sneaky peekies. Right, because there's two. So this is gonna be a two-part series. The first part series is going to be the Sentais, um, versus the Power Rangers. Let's see if it looks up. Come on. Okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
It's not loading up. There we go. That's one of them.
Can't be a podcaster without technical difficulties.
I know.
Right?
Load. Load. Damn you. Alright, that was not loading, but I'll show you guys the other one. So, the episode 2 of the second series of this, it's going to be the 16 original Super Sentais versus 16 Power Ranger adaptations. So, as you guys can see, it's randomized at every level. Okay? Just to show you guys, right? So, it'll be Jack K, for this instance, if we decide to go this route, it'll be Jack Q versus the Mighty Morphin Ranger team. That's how it would go. And you would pick the fight and then let that go down all the way through, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but you also have that's how basically it would go. If the other one would work, I would be happy,
Now,
but it's not.
we don't. So they will decide who makes the more valid points, and it's going to be a tough one because the original judges we had in mind was Goku, Grimm, and Jihawk to be our judges. Yes, yes, exactly why I chose. Why we're choosing those three. And if the judges can't agree, it all goes to a coin toss. But we have to have at least two out of three decisions for that team to move on to the next round. So this is going to take a lot of coordination from us, you guys, and everyone else involved.
Yep. So as you guys can see, right?
Sounds
I
like
just
fun.
click. We can always double the bracket size, fill in empty slots, or just reset it. Boom, there you go. Right? So now you have, if I were to click on finish the bracket, I don't know why it's having me do this. And then once it decides to show its face and load, I would use matchup mode. Boom, there you go. So now you have, of the Sentais, right? Versus Power Ranger brackets. This is basically, obviously, Power Ranger versus Power Ranger, but it would go along that way, right? If we were to just randomize and just have it move on, right? Boom. You
Yeah.
have its matchup this way,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
right?
Yeah, we
So
told,
based,
That would have been an
we
interesting
told
match.
Fireblade, we told Fireblade and Raphael this, Chris and Rachel. You can act an account. You can do tier list, you can do the bracket, you can do the trivia, and you can add that to your added YouTube video, so you can add more content besides audio drama.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I do remember you telling me
Sounds like a plan.
and then you can always just reshuffle the seating. So if it doesn't
And it's good.
fit
It's
like
good
Power
if you
Ranger
argue
to,
in a friendly standpoint instead of an angry, disagreeing standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
So,
we
like,
all
right
did
here,
make
right?
some valid points.
Yep. So right here you have Battle Feeble J versus Time Force, right? Who would win in a fight? Mechs, powers, abilities, battle strategy, the whole shebang, right? Who would win? And you would pick. And it just goes from there, right? And that's how it would go along. So that's a sneak peek of what is to
Don't
come.
get me started, man. Don't get me started. I'll be here all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
know.
I think what we should. I think guys, we should do something like this.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be down.
Why not?
Oh wait, I just
We
gave.
can pull a
I
little
just
multi
gave us.
twist on that.
Wait,
Yeah.
I think I got an idea.
Well, share it with the class.
I just came up with an idea.
Don't shout it out yet. You can't do it on here because it gives
I
away.
know.
Gives it
I'll
away.
tell you on Skype. Don't worry, guys.
But this,
So,
But
I
no,
mean,
uh,
yeah, fair enough though. Let's do it on. We do it on here. I mean, we can do one like this. So
yeah.
viewers, you might have like the Multiverse Rangers doing it.
Yep. So
but
without further ado, you
until
guys.
next time, you guys got a sneaky peeky of our black fight that we're working on. Tune in because hopefully Z3 will be on with us, and we're going to do another tier. So thank you for sticking by. That shows us that you are a Zeonizer. You are one with the multiverse. Thank you. We thank the multiverse for coming by. We appreciate it. This is why we collab with these guys. They're a crew, so takes on the best and worst Zords.
Yep.
Yep.
You're welcome.
So without further ado, you guys, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed our content. Make sure you guys.
More phenomenal crime.
Yep. Make sure you guys go follow the Multiverse. They are on Spotify. They're on YouTube. Make sure you follow them individually. At the beginning of this video, they shouted out their TikToks and Instagram handles and all of that. So make sure you guys go follow them on that. For the Zeonizer podcast, you guys already know we're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're covering all social media at this point. Instagram, Zeonizer Podcast 3. Everywhere else, Zeonizer Podcast. Make sure you guys give us a like, follow, and subscribe. If you guys want to throw down a little comment, go ahead, go for it. If this tier list isn't to your liking, by all means, give us what you think you would have switched, you would have changed, and we'll debate on it. We ain't got nothing better to do. We'll debate on it. That's fine with us. So yeah, appreciate you guys showing up. Multivengers, I thank you guys for showing up and